Welcome to the Comic Fanatic Podcast. I am your host, Breaking Wall, with my co-host, Jake Talnall and Wissa Jotunheim. Once
Hi.
again, this time we have no cryptids, so no wacky intro or whatever random bullshit he's gonna say.
Yeah, what he said.
We're really bringing
I
the energy tonight.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm literally like laying in bed rereading my comic while we're doing this. So
It's all good.
like I'm also gonna be eating a donut later, that I've had for a hot minute. I'm just gonna be chilling. I feel like I'm just gonna be chilling. I'm gonna be talking about some fucked up shit. I'm not gonna talk about Featherweight because that was taken off the list.
You know what, Mitch?
once
We are.
you said it was old, I didn't want to bring it up.
Yeah.
No, it's like she's been around for months at this point.
Yeah, that was like we kind of missed the time to really talk about it. That's why I didn't bring it
Yeah,
up.
she's been around for months now. She was only revealed to be queer in the last issue, and then it's
Oh,
like
so
people
that's
who
what it
hadn't
is.
even
Okay.
read the book were complaining, and I'm
I
just
didn't
like, can
even
you
know.
shut the fuck up?
I'll be real with you. I didn't even know Featherweight existed because I only saw on the topic channel. I only saw like Damien. No, not Damien. Fucking Ra's al Ghul's granddaughter.
Yeah,
Revealed.
that is true. She
And I was
brings
like,
up in passing that she's the cousin to one of the Robins, and people figured out that it was Damien.
okay. I was like, what? Since when? But I didn't know. I didn't even know this person existed. So it is what it is.
Yeah. So you don't
Yes,
take
but
anything too seriously. People were trying to call her a groomer because of a panel where she kissed Clarion on the cheek, and I'm just like, first of all, did you not even read the book?
He is called a boy witch.
Second of all, she did not groom Clarion.
Yeah, she didn't.
I would say
She
He
that.
did
actually
not.
says she either says he told her or she told him.
So at first it was Teakle telling Clarion that she's too old for him.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
And then in the last issue before she left, she kisses him on the cheek and she's like, hit me up in a few years, and then she leaves.
Oh no, that is kind of that is kind of crazy.
Other than that, how even
If
old
people
is
gave Minetta
Clarion
shit for doing
anyways?
it,
Like, how
I'm like,
old
Isn't
is
Clarion
Clarion?
like
is
demon
that
old?
it?
Isn't he like demon old but physically young type shit?
Yeah, he's like
It depends on
physically
the
16, I
story.
think, like physically a
Yeah,
teenager,
Oh,
but
okay.
mentally,
it depends on like the story.
it depends on the writer.
Sometimes like demon years he's 16, so he's 16 now like that. But he really
It's
be like a
weird.
thousand
It's
or
weird.
something.
There's no winning with that
Yeah,
duo
it's
unless
kind
you
of like the
keep them
Superboy thing, where
friends.
just kind of like, well, he looks like this age. I guess we'll see his age.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I
for
guess
right now, they are like, I do like them as friends. I think they should just stay as friends. I like their dynamic.
I can't believe Critic cut the black man's head off in his thumbnail.
I
it
know. I'm
was
disappointed.
a rush job.
Rest
But
of them.
we did say we weren't going to talk about featherweight, and then we also did the topic. So you got a bonus topic. All right. So
Yeah, you
that's
guys got a bonus topic because I'm enraged by
Yeah.
that because people are
Right.
stupid. They're calling it a stereotype. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Jesus.
We have had worse representation, guys.
I'd be willing to believe that.
No,
But,
trust me, we have. We've had worse fucking representation.
Yeah. But that said, shit, I probably should wait till okay. That I thought my computer just said it was out of battery. Okay, whatever. Sorry. What the fuck happened? Okay. Anyway, that said, let's just get onto the podcast. We have socials and all that other shit. We got Twitters. We got witches socials.
I do have a question. Are we stopping it? We are computer dies?
No.
I'm kind of not in the mood
That'd
to
be kinda
say all
funny.
my socials again.
Yeah. I don't see them which. That's why we have it on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also follow my letterbox and Ko-Fi.
Ko-Fi. Yes.
Yeah, North Star Aria for the letterbox and for the Ko-Fi it's Witch of Jotunheim all together.
If my computer overheats, y'all just stall for time. It'll just take me like 3 minutes. So.
I just like the idea where we just stop talking.
Yeah, everyone just goes quiet.
No, we'll probably divert to something else if it's none of our topics.
There we go. All right, but yeah, all right. So that said, let's just get into it. Oh wait, you have a comment? Oh, it's
All right.
Cryptid. Okay.
Encrypted.
Yeah, yeah. Don't get on him about Wonder Man. I told you he was only at half power. So, we'll move
Is that
on
what
to
he said?
yeah. Well, he said he's in the comments right now. Look,
Oh yeah, he's got 60% of power. Okay.
yeah, that's 60%. That's one for all 60%.
You want me to try that? Jake should have tried. You should have passed it to him.
No, I was doing homework. I was not gonna. I was trying to catch up now. Hey,
I know a lot of people. My bad. Spider-Man and Punisher's new logo. Why this is important is I don't know. I wish I had it. I I didn't know Crip was gonna be sick today until we thought about it. So I would have brought the other photo. But they changed the Punisher's logo a lot from the Netflix one. The Netflix one, I don't know if you remember, was more like a spray paint, like dripping design, and a lot of the bottom teeth of the skull did not go this far. So, and for Spider-Man, it is a whole brand new logo compared to his last one.
yeah.
Though I don't know if people even remember his last logo. It was,
Our
it was a little fat spider.
people are not fans of the MC Spider-Man logos, and I gotta say, when I review them, they're not that impressive.
They're
I think
kinda
the
boring.
homecoming,
Not
the, I
gonna
mean,
lie to you.
not
Kinda
homecoming, the homemade suit one's fine.
Oh, home one, yeah. Oh man, what were you saying, Mitch? I'm sorry.
They're kind of boring.
I agree. I agree for most of them. I don't really like them that much.
I'm like half and half. 'Cause I don't think any of them are like great. Like I don't look at the logo. I'm like that's 10 out of 10. I never looked at it. That's the only logo I think I ever had that type of feel for, like Superman or Batman. I've never seen a spider logo. I'm like, oh yeah, it's the greatest Spider-Man logo.
Oh,
It's a spider.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get because I know people are like very hard on the logo. Like apparently the logo is a make or break for a lot of people.
I get the back logo because it's like the bigger one, and the one you usually gonna mostly see when like you go into combat and stuff, like when he starts fighting and stuff like that. But the little one on the chest, it never really bothered me.
Yeah, but I think if someone going through the comparisons,
No, I give you this. The homecoming suit, like the actual Tony Stark one, that one did bother me because it's like a little fat baby spider.
Yeah. No, I think I don't think the logo typically bothers me, but like when you show me all of the logos put together, and I get to the homecoming one, like the MCU ones, I'm like, oh, I see it. I see why people hate it.
I think I'll be drastically different, but I think it's probably my favorite one out of all the logos so far.
Which one?
This one. I like it has like a Grande long legs type feel. With how long the back legs are. I think it's more unique than like the Tassel ones. I don't remember what Toby's chest thing it looked like.
I bet you it was the greatest thing since sliced bread, according to anybody who remembers that too. So, yeah, let me see.
But people were super like, I mean, you saw like the discussions about this, Jake, because people were going off. Either they loved it or they hated it for some reason. I was like, it just literally is Spider-Man.
I'm looking at Toby's. I think people like it because it's like big, but also so is Andrew's.
Okay, I'm looking at Toby's now.
It's like big
It's all right,
and it's like kind of extruded out.
I think his second 2002 is probably the best one out of his for me.
Oh yeah, I forget his suits are different.
Spider-Man 3 logo does too much.
Yeah.
Then I'll probably give it this one, and then I'll probably give it like the main Spider-Man 2.
Hey guys, I have a question for you.
What's up? What's going on?
Should I design my own spider logo based off of my Sona? I think that would be fun.
Go ahead.
I think I can make it look way cooler than the MCU ones.
That's possible. The competition's not that hard.
Well, there's actually a lot of OC spider people, so it would probably be a little difficult.
I think.
And also, I don't want to Google spiders because I have a fear of spiders. But whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, look up Spider-Man logos and then
I'll just look up Spider-Man logos.
But I think the problem with the Toby, Tom, the Tom symbols are they lose a lot of personality. This is just like a blank spider.
Yeah.
They don't give it fangs and stuff like some of the other ones do. Even Andrews has like the very, very, very long legs.
Which maybe because his first sets were designed by like Stark, you could argue that because like around the time Tony Stark was alive, simplifying logos was like a main thing. So maybe they were just trying to base it off that.
I thought it was
No,
gonna
it's a
be like
part. No,
each
this is
movie
a
his
part
spider
of the
gonna get bigger and
trend.
bigger until it's like fully grown.
This is the
Yeah.
no. This is a part of the trend. That company started doing where they took all the whimsy out of their goddamn logos.
Oh yeah. No, I know. I 100% agree with you. Like the Firefox logo, for instance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of different logos and stuff. You know, they took away all the fun and whimsy out of it all, and now they're all fucking lame as shit.
Yeah. Crypto says Spider-Man's logo looks like the Sam Raimi first movie logo. And the Punisher logo, as long as it looks like a skull and not trying to be something else, I think people will be okay with it. I agree.
They kind of like brass knuckles. So like you can put your hand, like fingers through like the eye holes and start stabbing people.
The Spiral logo looks like a year one logo, hence why I say it looks like Toby when he first. Also, if we remember that the costume overall is a homage to both the previous Spider-Man.
That's also true.
Yeah.
That's why I think you should have gave a finger to him.
But now I'm hoping Tom gets his suit that's just his, bro. No more homages, all right? You're done with the mentors, bro.
Oh,
That's
I for the next one.
That's kind of why I was not really all that interested in the third Holland Spider-Man movie. It's too many.
Oh, because of the nostalgia stuff?
Yeah, because I didn't grow up with these movies, you know.
That is true.
I thought it was fun.
I get to look at it from a non-person who grew up watching these movies perspective, and I just thought it was kind of just like, eh.
I had the opposite thing. Like I didn't care, but I almost didn't care. Nostalgia didn't really do anything for me, but I do think having all of them be together really showed you how the whole thing Marvel said from the start when they first got Spider-Man. We're trying to do something very different from last year. We're going to try to use villains the last year didn't really use, which is why we have like Vulture and we're going to get Scorpion and some other people originally. And then having it full circle by having them meet them too, and you see how different all three of them are when they play off each other. I did think that helped Tom's arc overall. Yeah. But I can get not being
I
excited
think it's
to see
just for
Toby.
me, it's kind of like, eh.
That's fair. I find it weird that Goblin felt more like Tom's nemesis than Toby's to me.
Well, to be fair, they only changed one scene. Like, I bet you're going to get a scene like when Green Goblin first to the final fight.
Yeah.
And when he said like Spider come out of the way, and you saw Toby look around, he was going to attack Toby.
Yeah, it was more like he was way more and I get it. It was more like you were gonna kill me, so fuck you. But like it was more like I just
like to think of like, oh, I'm on your earth now, so I'm your problem.
Right. Even though I have no relationship with you. Oh, I guess I did have this whole movie to build.
Oh, you're Peter Parker. Okay, right. So I guess I kill you, and then I'll kill him, and then I'll go back and kill that other guy.
And I'm not gonna scare your aunt. I'm gonna kill your aunt.
That's why I respect it. I respect that. That was funny. That was a good callback. I'll give him that one.
Yeah.
But and not really much to say. I think it's good design for both. I think Spider could be a little bit better, but it is what it is. He has 2 more films to, and we know they're gonna change the costume. So I do wonder how the Punisher thing is gonna go.
Yo, don't worry about Punisher.
Like if he's not spray painting it, are you telling me like he can like design his shirts from places?
Yeah, I want that.
Like, I always wanted that.
DIY, okay, I want to make that shit look DIY.
I have this thought. I know in the Marvel comics right now, there's a guy who just makes heroes and villains costumes. But I think about like in the MCU,
the Tinker and the other guy. It's like 2 people. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think about like how in the MCU, if it's not now, especially now that Tony Stark's dead, like who's designing some of these? Like, not all of you are like costume designers. You know what I mean? Like.
I like that idea that Justin Hammer's new.
There is a few people in the Marvel universe that are known for making hero and villain costumes. I think one of the more recent ones is Janet Van Dyne. She has like a fashion.
Yeah, but I didn't really count her. She's an actual like artist. She do all stuff close.
Yeah, right. Janet Van Dyne is underrated. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, yeah. I think no, but I always find it like. And
but like for the Tinker, like anybody, once you got Mike, you just walk and get a suit for him. You can't just walk up to Janet like, I want a super suit. Like, hold on now.
I understand that. I understand that superheroes have to look appealing, so we can't. But I think, and we do kind of pay homage when like their first costumes always they're rough looking ones, but those still look like decent costumes. I mean, like where's like the hero who just starts off with like a very shitty costume. You know what I mean?
Man was kick ass.
No, you want to know a good example of that is, Jake? You want to know a decent example of that?
What's that?
So back in the 90s, in the Doom Patrol run, for Rachel Pollack's Doom Patrol run, we get introduced to a character named Coagula. And do you want to know what her first like costume, quote unquote, was?
What's up?
Bikini.
It was literally her civilian clothes with a fucking shitty frog mask.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Spider-Man did it for too. Spider-Man, plastic bag man.
Oh, you mean that? That wasn't him not being able to design a costume. That was him trying to be quick. That wasn't.
Oh no, you know, it was funny.
Yeah.
It depends. You do get some people like that, but then they always end up meeting a hero who gets them super suit like super fast. So.
Yeah. But,
or you can just have government issue suits like what they did with the Alpha Flight.
Yeah, no, they had a guy making his suits. I think he made the suits for Punisher as well.
Yeah. That is what it is. So any final thoughts on Spider-Man?
Oh no, I forgot. Jake, they introduced a guy who make all the super suits. Remember, it was the guy in She-Hulk.
Oh, he does. But that's not. But he didn't make Kamala's suit.
Yeah, but her family did that.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know why her family's like. Well, why are they good at designing Stark level suits?
It wasn't Stark. It was just pretty.
It looks like
it just mashed up their culture with like what they
forgive Stark for just using fabric. Okay, you get that expensive fabric.
Jake, I made superhero outfits, Jake.
Well, I'm not talking about like the artistic design. I'm talking about the fabric, the material layout, the suit.
Yeah, Tony Stark has to be cheap somewhere. That's how you keep money.
Oh, so he outsources to the Kamala.
Jake, you have never learned how to like make cosplays before in your life, and I can tell.
No, I haven't, but I will say I look at cosplays and they don't look like they're all made by the same person. I will say that. I think that's kind of my only issue.
I don't think it's mainly because like
if there is a will, there is a way with making clothes. Okay, someone who's made clothing before.
I believe.
And throw enough cash and anybody will build a suit.
It's true.
That's what Cribbit says.
I'm gonna cheat here because we have 2 Spider-Man topics. I feel like
we can do all of them right here. There's a few I want to talk about though. Anyway,
right? So we'll bring what the fuck?
Critic, because you're sick, I didn't send you all the pictures and stuff, but we're gonna talk about Spider-Man for a minute.
Yeah. So there's our last Spider-Man topic, right?
We definitely have 2 in here, but yeah.
Okay.
So there's been 3 castings for Spider-Man.
I'm sorry, Austin. Real quick, I'm sorry. He looks more like Moses in this shot than ever before.
I told you he looked like Moses.
He's about to let his people go, bro.
I told you they did a dead man dirty.
Blue-eyed Moses.
Right.
Like if you took Moses from the Prince of Egypt, give him the brightest blue eyes ever, then that's it.
Wait,
am I wrong?
This is a guy from Star Wars, Ahsoka. He was supposed to have blue hair. They didn't give it to him for some reason. Yeah. And he just settled for the eyes.
They should have given him the blue hairs. You know, Star Trek would have done it.
Star Trek.
Yeah, they would.
They would have given him blue hair and blue eyes. Or blue people.
There were 3 castings for Spider-Man. One is apparently it might be Joe Carey as Harry Osborn.
Okay.
Do you remember Joe Carey? He's the guy who plays Steve from Stranger Things.
Okay. I didn't watch Stranger Things past season 1, episode 4.
I'm proud of you. That makes you better than most people.
I have my reasons for why I stopped watching it. I'm not getting into it here.
Number 2, I guess we just get straight into this. Jake, what is the guy's name?
Oh my god. Eman Esfandi.
Whatever Jake just said is apparently going to be cast as MJ's boyfriend.
Oh god. You know that meme with the guy who's like looks like he's getting flashbacks?
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, but
I think it's fine in this situation.
If her boyfriend's Ezra Bridger, you know what? He can have her, bro. I'm sorry.
Nah, I know people are gonna be mad if it's Paul, but realistically, it's Tom's fault, and that's why I'm okay with it. Yeah. It wasn't like the Spider-Man comic situation where he did everything he could, and then they ripped him apart in a way. Here, Tom could have revealed himself. He could have told her everything. He chose not to, so she moved on.
He would.
Yeah, he promised he would. He didn't. She moved on. Having her introduce Paul like that, basically a lot of the stuff the hate you got, in my opinion.
I'm just saying, let's hope his name is not Paul.
I hope it's Paul just for discussion.
Let's hope it's not Paul for the sake of the actor.
Yeah, he
put
probably will get
on
a.
glasses and give him a man bun, and you have a Paul. That was
Well, you
Crypto
know what?
said.
I don't think it's. I think it's gonna get hit. I think it's gonna be memed on at this point. You know, we've survived
We're
it.
all gonna meme
Yeah.
on it
We survived it.
anyways.
It's happened.
But I feel like I
won't
need
they
to
do
see
the
it in
faces
action
specifically?
before
I
I
think
make
it's gonna be
any more
content.
claims.
But you know, it also gives MJ agency too. Like, hey, you fucked up. Now she has her own life. Whatever. So,
And we have more stuff with Sadie Sink. It does seem like she's playing Jean Grey.
Okay.
We got some behind the scenes stuff. We've seen some suits. We've seen some colors. It's clearly like something akin to her. You remember they got brought to the future?
what?
Huh?
Do you remember when the young X-Men got brought to the future?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like that type of colors
Okay.
Okay.
on a suit. So I doubt she's playing the villain. And if she's Jean Grey, then she's mostly got time displaced with everything else that's happening. Well, not the Spider-Man stuff, but
And to be
like
honest with you, on a visual
the Miss
aspect,
Marvel
it's not
stuff.
the worst casting decision I've seen.
No. I mean, that's fucking Moses, bro. Like, he needs to be in more Bible
It's
movies.
fucking Moses with blue eyes.
That's fucking Moses. Jesus Christ. No,
It's
no
you know
But-
those like pictures of white Jesus that like a lot of grandmas have in their households.
Yeah.
It's like that, but with Moses.
I need to see him next to Luke immediately, bro. Like the Jesus Christ of Star Wars meets the Moses of Star Wars, bro.
I'm more concerned about with him and Tommy to do like towers over him. How he didn't do like 6 feet?
Yeah, I think so.
He's gonna have
Like
to start
memes
wearing
on about Moses.
platforms.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to start wearing platforms, my guy.
Are you gonna do like the Virgin Spider-Man and Chad Paul meme?
Jesus Christ.
But also we got confirmed date for the trailer. The trailer will drop Thursday.
Okay, I have nothing going on Thursday.
I have everything going on Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday is when
They wanted to come out before what is 28 years later the Bone Temple, so he can play with that in the theater.
Okay.
Well, I haven't seen any of the 28 days,
You should.
years. I have a weird thing about zombie movies, okay?
It's fine. They kind of really the last one kind of really fucked over the whole storyline, everything they'll set up. So
I'm very particular about the certain horror media I
What if the
consume.
Power Rangers were in the zombie film? Which
I'm not a big Power Rangers fan.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't turn the needle at all.
it's possible.
Like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I didn't really grow up with Power Rangers. But if you ask my friend Zada, she would be down.
Okay.
Shout out Zada. I'll see you in a little bit. If you show up to my lives.
Guys, real quick, I just want to bring up that I was supposed to tell Cryptid this when I came in, but he didn't he's not here. So there was a topic I asked him to add earlier. He never did, so I just put it there. You can see where it's supposed to be, but it shouldn't really disrupt anything too much, so we should be fine. So I just want everybody to be
We
aware.
don't see what it is. Man, you put mystery review without telling what it is.
It's just gonna be right there. That's where it's gonna be. That's what's supposed to be. That's exactly what I said.
But the more we hear about this movie, the more I'm like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah.
So the Punisher's here. The Punisher Spider-Man teams up. The Hulk's here. They might fight the Hulk. Jean Grey's here. I think because if you go by what B said, I think when Monica went in, Jean Grey got tossed out.
I can see that.
I don't know how she got Earth, but
Yeah,
it's
if there's a will,
possible.
there's a way.
Then like if you introduce Harry here, I think I think you make the friend group too big. That like a trio is a very classic number now, and easy to develop 3 people. Once you add Harry and start adding other people, and then have Peter have to decide, oh, which one's going to be my best friend? Is it going to be like that classic guy, or is it going to be Ned? And doing Harry, but not doing the Green Goblin stuff, it's just like, well, what's the point of having Harry here?
Sure.
Like you're gonna turn Harry into Hobgoblin, which I will take.
I don't
Make
fucking
Ned
know.
Hobgoblin. Stop being a coward. Yo, get him.
Bro, he is not gonna lose weight to play that thing, bro. The Hobgoblin story is a mystery story. If the Hobgoblin's built like that, we know who it is.
Yeah,
No offense to that.
To be fair, if he starts losing weight, you're gonna know who he is.
If you start losing weight, at least like no, I'm talking about in movie though.
No. I mean, if the actor all of a sudden start losing weight, and then
I get I get that out of the movie we already know it's going to be him.
Yeah.
But you do in the movie, he loses weight. It makes if the movie's a mystery movie, it makes it more believable in the film.
Yeah.
Also, you can do a thing where they don't see Ned until after it happens.
Yeah.
Or like they keep talking to him on the phone and stuff, but you're not seeing his body.
Right.
So everyone else still think he's big. But that's pretty much it, man. If Paul shows up, Peter kind of brought on himself this time.
Twitter's gonna blow the
it is.
fuck up. Okay, Twitter's
It's gonna blow up.
Yo,
They're gonna lose their mind regardless.
The memes for that month are gonna hit, bro.
Dude, it is because you know what we deserve to have insanity memes coming out of a Marvel movie again.
There you go.
I do want to see at least a resurgence because like Al Young does everything he can to get MJ and Paul to break up and have her move on with the whole Venom situation, all this stuff. If Paul gets in this film, I want him to make like a full 180.
Paul was that guy, bro.
Yeah,
he's that dude. I was day one.
Paul. Putting Venom on Paul like people want it. Let's bring back villainous Venom.
Guys, manifest specific memes you think you're going to see with Paul if he is in this movie.
Well, I mean, this one right here, bro. This right here is the meme, bro. Like this is MJ's new boy.
One
bro.
Picture of
I want a scene of like Peter trying to like go see MJ and her turning around and then looking at Paul like that guy looking at the girl.
Yeah.
I want like that exact scene.
But all right, yeah. We'll see. You know what? He's a great Ezra. He's like damn near Ezra in terms of vocal acting. So
yeah,
wait, he voiced Ezra in Star Wars Rebels?
Say that again? Yeah.
Did he voice Ezra in Star Wars Rebels?
Yeah.
He's playing him in live action in the Ahsoka show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I remember I watched a little bit of Star Wars Rebels when it first came out, but I never like fully
Use your fantasy. It's actually good. It's better than Clone Wars. Don't let no one lie to you.
Yeah. It was a great show, and he's one of my favorite Jedi of all time. Ezra
Not in the live action, they kind of fucked that dude powers over.
They said he was strong, and then they just did not show that at all. Because that's crazy.
It's like, yes,
I abandoned my sword. The full explosion of my fourth power. Put you back 2 feet.
So, that is what it is. Yeah, we'll see. Next up is
Wonderman.
Wonderman.
Wait, they gave him his ultimate costume.
Picture, I kind of like it.
Yeah, this is the version of his ultimate one, if I remember correctly.
It was good.
It's good. I like it. It looks like an MCU version of the normal Wonder Man suit.
It doesn't look like it was made by the same designer because they took off the sleeves.
Yeah. He doesn't have sleeves, which is wild. They usually all have sleeves. So no, and it's like usually I've actually seen some of the MCU costumes up close before at Comic-Con. And they're all vests, by the way. It's vest and then like a sleeve thing.
Yeah, the MCU wants to make the costumes make practical sense. Like, why would anyone want to wear this? So they're usually like tactical gear or like armor, or they have to be that's usually the two types of things they are. Or tech based, I think. And
tech wear.
Yeah, tech wear. Because I think when they were making the MCU, they were trying to get away from the idea that they were wearing the onesies from the comics.
The spandex.
Yeah, the spandex, because they wanted to they wanted to make it believable that someone would willingly put this on. So
I like the spandex. Y'all are just fucking haters.
Well, I mean, they pay homage to it. Like Captain America wore the spandex in his first movie, but that was like
Spider-Man's suit like looks like a more modernized version of the spandex. And then in No Way Home, he just ended up wearing spandex anyways.
Yeah. So there it is.
So if you go by this trailer, I don't know if y'all when you saw the trailer, I think we all talked about it last week or a week before last.
For the most part, yeah.
You see they're doing his string power stuff. Do you think they're gonna do his psionic form?
If it's in the budget.
That's like his main thing. My understanding.
But
A Wonder
I
Man.
don't know, only because this is how I know what the MCU does. They make OCs and then they put the names and aesthetics of like their pre-existing characters on that character. So I don't know. It can go one of two ways. But knowing like how they did certain characters, there is hope.
Well, if it's a major power of his, they're gonna find a way to do it. I mean, like, say what you want about Kamala Khan, but they did do the embiggen power. It just, didn't look great.
It's bullshit. The way they did it was bullshit.
They looked bullshit, but they did it. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, I think for Wonderman, they'll do it. I don't know if it'll look good, but it will be there.
Well, it's all purple form, so we know they're going to change it to something.
Right.
It's all pink, I think, actually.
Purple best color, guys. Purple best color.
Yeah, there's one of them.
Yeah, I don't know what else you want me to say about this. It looks fine.
There's another.
It looked a lot better than people thought it was. A lot of people didn't even want to get it in the show.
Is this for?
But since the guy's making a show about Wonder Man, of course they're gonna have Wonder Man's uniform,
right?
At some point.
I don't like the W. Show, we're never gonna see Wonder Man again. How much you want to bet?
I don't like.
It depends on if it's good or not.
I don't
if
like
people end up liking it. We'll see.
I like the W.
Well, people like Moon Knight, and that show still has not gotten anything.
To be fair, Oscar Isaac only signed on for one season. I don't think. I think
that is true. That is also true.
Yeah, I think they just couldn't convince him to come back.
I don't like the W because it reminds me of Wonder Woman.
That's why they.
Yeah, but they have similar fucking names. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Yeah.
I guess the real question you have with this dude is just, was he Wonder Man before he started acting? And like, is he the hero that inspired the movie, or is this movie being made and he ends up in acting out Wonder Man? He becomes the real life Wonder Man.
Maybe.
I think it's gonna be the latter.
So he clearly had powers before he started acting. Oh, okay.
Because he's had his powers before, and he has to hide them so that he can continue acting. Because they have a thing against superpowered people being actors in this universe.
I actually like that because they have a reason with some with Doorman. Not sure we're going to see it, but the idea that you're acting with someone's superpowers, they get frustrated, start losing their shit in the ring. I get like in the room, I can see it. you got to stop, bro. Also, them doing that gives me more hope for Blue Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like after they redo everything. Because his whole thing was that, I was hero in the 60s or 70s or so, but I was black. When the world found out that I was black, they turned on me, so I put the stuff away. I had to hide who I was and all that stuff. So I do think watching it happen again, you kind of like lead to Blue Marvel in a way.
Well, the commentary, there's a black Captain America now. Things are different.
No, I mean, this is like, look at them try to force people power to hide again. Not just black people, but sure. I didn't mean the racial side of it, Jay. But thanks for that.
Oh, my bad.
It's my bad, he says. Let's go to the next thing.
All right. Okay, we went out of order, so I'm trying to make sure. So Spiderman,
Wonderman.
I think we're on mystery review, bro.
Yeah, okay, we're mystery review. Okay, making sure.
Let's go to the fucking mystery review.
Anyway.
Wait.
What's up?
No, we're on Witch's book.
You can do the mystery review, and then I can do my book because my book.
Yeah, because we're doing Transformers after.
No, I can't read. No, I can't read.
Yeah, so my.
I saw first look at Wondermans, but the way I saw Wondermans, but the way you put it on there, I read it as something else like Wonderman. Yeah. I was like, what the hell is that? That must be the book.
The plan is so we're gonna do the mystery review first. So then when Witch has the other review, it gives me a chance to get to the Transformers review because so we'll do that. So this is a new show I've been watching. Love this shit to death. My new favorite show, Pro Bono. This is a K-drama. So it all started. I was with my guy Tony. We were on Netflix. My guy, bro. That's my guy, bro.
And I swear, we need to finish Boys Over Flowers together, guys. I'm sorry, but
someday.
Let's talk
about this. So we were on Netflix. We were looking for shit to watch, and then we found this lawyer show, like this drama. We tried watching it. First episode started off a bit like it was fun, but it wasn't anything special. Back half onwards, like we're on episode. What is it? I think we're on episode 8 right now. This shit is gripping. The basic premise is so the story starts off with a judge. His name is Judge Kong, bro. In the streets they call him King Kong. And so he is the greatest judge of all time. He didn't even go to high school. He's just one of the world's greatest legal minds. And he fights corruption on a political level, all this other stuff. But then he gets framed for bribery that he believes he didn't commit, but there's no proof saying that he didn't. Like, all the proof points that he did it, but he just doesn't remember doing it. And so rather than getting publicly outed, his boss gives him a chance to quit quietly, even at the cost of his ability to be a Supreme Court justice, something like shit like that. And so now he's now one of his rivals who runs Owen Partners hires him, but she says, listen, you can work for my firm, but you have to work pro bono. So you'll be working free cases that no one's gonna give a fuck about. And he says, okay, I'll do that, but I want to make a bet.
How do I get money?
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't make money. That's gonna be a problem later in the story.
This dude's poor.
Well, he's still got money from when he was like a judge.
So he beat Daredevil.
So he meets his team, and this team is terrible. They have a 20% win record. Okay, if you get get assigned, they win only 20% of the time. And so Kong comes up, he says, listen, if I can get them up to 70% win record by the end of the year, you have to help me become a justice again in another district. And she's like, okay, bet. But if you aren't performing, I will fire you because I care about this firm more than anything else. And so she's like, okay, fine. And that's basically the premise of the show. So the pro bono team, they're a bunch of weirdos. I mean, we got Zhang, my man Zhang, bro. I love Zhang. Zhang is such a vibe. I love him.
You can't say they're weird just because they're Korean.
We also have, I do like how the first episode you get to know them. Like first off, they work in like the archive room. They don't even have a proper office. They have the archive room. And so we have Miss Park, who's very empathetic to people and their feelings and needs. The guy over there, well, there's two guys. The guy on the left in the background, he's kind of an idiot, but he's got a good spirit. Zhang is more like their tech expert guy, and then like the lady who's on the right in a blue jacket, she's like a social activist. Like she fights for LGBTQ rights. And she fights for like injustices all across of Korea and all the other stuff. And that's like
she's trying to get jumped to Korea. They don't play that shit, from my understanding.
Well, no, because so one of the things, so they try to explain to Kong that like pro bono isn't just the cases you work, it's the things you do. So like we also have to be a part of that.
Fuck?
We had to be a part of social work too. So they actually have to go to an LGBT.
Bro, why you? You think pro bono is not just a case; it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. Yeah. And he doesn't want to go. He's like, I don't want to be associated with these people. He's like, no, you're going to be associated. So he actually has to dress up in drag just to promote their stand and all this other shit.
You don't have to do that, but
no, they don't have to do that. But their stand was getting a lot of attraction, and so they made him do it so they could get people to come up and like take pictures and all this other shit.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, do it.
Yeah.
Did he look?
He looked good. But he didn't want to take the pictures. He didn't want to be caught on because the public still knows him as Judge Kong, but the people's judge, bro. He didn't want that kind of clout.
That's why.
So he's not like the judge I showed you.
They can't tell it's you.
Right.
So he's not like the judge I showed you. The dude, I gave a guy 96 to life, 96 life sentences. You know, what a year parole. But I have to do that, so fuck it.
Actually, no. The first time you see him as a judge, he does something even more egregious, bro. Like
96 life sentences with chance parole.
He goes like, he's like, this is company, and they're like, yeah, you caught us and you give us our sentence. Give us like 3 weeks to get ourselves settled. 3 weeks? You screwed over 400 workers. You took our tax money. You did da. You're gonna pay $48 billion. So he was like, what? So he used to go out of people's heart. But I think what makes the show stand out is the cases. I've only watched, I think, like 3 legal dramas, counting this one, and one was like Suits, and like another one was one I just like haven't watched in a while. This one goes so in depth with the cases that like even things that don't seem like they mean anything, but like the time you're done, you feel like you got on like an emotional journey. I think the very first case was them having to deal with a dog, and even Kong's like, man, a dog case? Man, I used to take down like corporations. Look about a dog.
You just reminded me. We probably should have talked about this. A dog might win best actor. The Grammys.
That's crazy. That could have been a topic. That could have been.
I mean, what is it Grammys?
Is it?
The Golden
What the
Globes.
best? What the best movie thing is? It's the dog from Good Boy.
Oh, I didn't see that.
The most recent event that happened was the Golden Globes yesterday.
Okay.
No, it's a thing coming up, like the big movie thing coming up. I think it's
The
Grammys.
Oscars?
I think Grammys are movies. Oscars. There you go. A dog is running for Oscars.
Well,
I love that.
If the dog wins, bro, or it's gonna be very sad.
I'm just saying, if the dog beats you in nominations, you might have to rethink your movie career.
That
But
is true.
or that dog will just God tier. We have to watch this film one day.
Maybe.
Like, there's gonna be like a couple actors who get nominated for that role, and then who have been waiting years to get like an Oscar win, and then they lose to a dog.
I mean, the fact that the dog got nominated at all is kind of crazy. If you,
I mean, have you seen the behind the scenes for this movie?
no, I have not. So that
I've
is fair.
only seen the behind the scenes of this movie
Why?
because I haven't seen the actual movie because I don't have a lot of motivation to see most movies, and also I'm very picky about my horror movies. So yeah,
That's fair. But this case in particular was about a dog case, and the case is such that there was a dog that was off his leash, and someone found it, and because of that, she took it and gave the dog to a family that was willing to adopt. And now the owner, who's these rich, snooty woman, wants the dog back. And so the current owners are going to the pro bono team so they can try to make a legal argument for them keeping the dog. And Kong's like, I don't give a shit about this. This is so beneath my pay grade.
They would do all that. Like,
What
no,
pay
sure,
grade?
whatever. Because he's not getting paid.
Right. And so Tony and I are watching this, and we had the same reactions. We're like, bro, it's just a fucking dog, bro. This is
No, people don't play about pets, bro.
No, they don't. But it was crazy. But
He will kill you, and they'd be like, "Oh no, I can kill him because they're dog." If they have a valid reason.
Well, also, okay, so there's like a scene later in the story, because later you find out that basically this person's an abusive owner or whatever, and which we pretty much like talked about. So like, really, we're trying to keep the dog away from the abusive owner. But there's like a scene later where like, also, like when we watch movies in our server, like we like to riff on shit a lot. I shit you not, when this scene played for the duration of the scene, Tony and I were just fucking quiet, and we were like, damn. Like that shit hit both of us. Where they went into
What you
detail.
watching the show on? If I can ask.
Say it again.
Netflix.
Where are you watching the show on?
Oh, it's on Netflix. Yeah. It was on Netflix. We got to this part of the scene, and it was so fucking like heartbreaking. Like the way it explained like why this case mattered beyond just it being like a simple case about a dog. Like it was more than that. And I think one of my favorite aspects too is just Kong's ingenuity in a case. Even when the odds are against him, and even when it seems like there's no hope, it's not that he pulls things out of his ass. It's just that he hears someone's argument and he's able to be like I love that case so much. I think it defined the series for me. There was a point where his rival Wu, like who's like this consistent learner. I'll get into Wu in a minute. He's fucking asshole. But Wu makes this case that completely throws away Kong's entire defense. And there's really nothing they can do. And then everyone's kind of giving up. And Kong's like, actually, because you made that argument, now I know what I can do. And he uses the argument that Wu made, flips it back over to him, and then he plays another 4D chess game on a witness that completely like wins. The way he won it was fucking brilliant. I was like, holy shit, this dude is like fucking goated.
All this not be Daredevil was crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that's why I like Kong's character a lot. Like, you actually do feel that he's a very intelligent lawyer, and you don't have to know much about law to get it. It's just like basically following how the episode is played out. I will say, if you're not into Korean politics, though, some of the jokes or some of the references will go over your head. There's a moment where there's like an episode where they bring up a celebrity, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, this person noticed us because of our case," and all this other stuff. Everyone, Tony and I were like, "All right."
Who the fuck is that?
Hey, Jake. Hey,
What's
Jake, I have another show for you after you finish this one that I think you might like.
Okay, what is it?
It's also on Netflix. It came out in 2020. It's called Vincenzo.
Vincenzo?
Jake Rudd, which been talking about the show for years. Right. Okay.
I've been talking about this show forever now, and I've been wanting you
Yeah.
to watch
The
it.
whole time we're watching Boys Over Flowers, which will bring the show up.
I will. We will. Okay. Talk about. Remind me about it. Next time. Okay?
I'll text it to you after the live.
All right. Sounds good.
I'll tag you and Tony.
Yeah, but I think. But I do like about all the cases that all the cases are equally emotionally invested. I mean, emotionally invested in all the cases, but for different reasons. I think one of the cases, bro. When I tell you, Tony's on the phone with me, bro, and I was like pissed, bro. There's the last arc we saw was the divorce arc, and usually the cases are like 2 episodes long. And bro, like, I could imagine, like, if I was a woman watching this, I imagine I would have just like punched the screen. They're they go so in depth with this case that there was like the amount of hopelessness and despair you felt, like I felt watching this case, made me legit angry. Like I've never it's been a while since a show made me this angry just watching this. It made me this empathetic.
You hear this voice? I mean, this show might be the first one to make him cry. He's not a frustration. We got to get it happen. We got to make it happen.
So that case made me so upset, and but I will say, as dark as the show gets, you'll always walk away from the arcs with like a smile on your face, because even if it's not the ending that you wanted, it's always an ending that's like better than where we started. I think another case of this I find interesting is also how they talk about political topics. The second case they ever did was like a little boy in a wheelchair goes up to the pro bono team and says, "Hey, I want to sue God, so help me do that." And they're like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, like the way I look at it, I was born. My mom has a shitty life because of it. I was born paraplegic. I have to wheelchair everywhere, and life sucks for me. And I think I want to sue God for damages." And they're like, "We're not taking this case."
What the fuck?
Yeah. So I think the first episode was about them trying to figure out, like, at first, like, because Colin obviously he doesn't want to take a case where he's gonna lose. Because who's gonna sue God? Right. Well, that's a lesson he has to learn too, that you even like pro bono isn't about winning every case. Sometimes it's about like fighting even when you know you're gonna lose. And that's an ongoing lesson for him. But
only when the person that's losing don't lose everything.
Right. But
I wish the guy would be like, "But can you imagine losing like your house, your wife, your kids, everything?" And the guy was like, "Well, you can't win them all." I would have shot that dude in the face.
Yeah.
No, Austin. This is Korea. They don't have guns.
That is true.
I would have punched that dude in the face.
I think this case was also brilliant as well, because first started off as trying like a religious thing, and then it devolved into, okay, well, we can't sue God, but we can sue the hospital, because they find out that actually his mom wanted an abortion. She was a teenager when she had the kid, and she didn't want the kid, and she told the hospital she wanted an abortion, and they forced her to have the baby. Like they didn't force it, but they told her like, you can't do it. Like
this is why pro-choice. This is why having the choice matters.
I'm glad you said that. Later in the episode, they talk to the hospital owner. They get the hospital owner in the case, and that's when the abortion debate really starts. And actually, what's crazy is the owner also is like disabled to some extent as well. Like he needs a cane to get around everywhere, and it winds up being this like very heartfelt conversation about like why he doesn't believe in abortion. And the episode never sides with one over the other, but he makes his argument.
No, it is Star Trek. This shit, I hate it here.
So he says like, "Listen, it's not that I don't believe you weren't born with a bad hand, but I also have gone through my own struggles. I've gone through my own trials, and not to discredit yours, but I do know that it doesn't have to last forever. There's always a reason to get up and keep trying. You don't have to give up." And he's trying to reach out to this kid and tell him like, "Listen, like I understand your life sucks. And I'm not trying to discredit anything you went through, and I'm sorry you went through it, but I can't apologize for things, because like I can't apologize for what I did to your mom inadvertently, because I still would do it again. Like I do believe that you genuinely have a chance at life." And the way that court case ends, I've never seen a court case end like this, but the way that court case ended was so fucking like heartwarming. Like it was like diabetes level of heartwarming. All I can say is just like, "Aw," like it was just really good. But yeah, I think like this series is really great. I really do like all the characters, and of course we're trying to solve the mystery of why was Kong DeWitt framed for the crime of bribery. Like who was framing him?
I
How
want
they
to reveal at the end that he wasn't framed.
no, he actually was bribing you.
I want to reveal to be that he tried to pull a fast one. Like, oh damn, yeah.
Right. Oh, and I do also like too that if you also get, it's something that I, as an American, you get the benefit of. I do like seeing another country be patriotic about themselves. The divorce episode did also wind up being an episode
Critics
about
gonna hate this.
yeah, it wound up being an episode about patriotism for your country, for Korea and all the other stuff, and like what makes a Korean and all this other things like that. And I don't know, like just like I like seeing another country be like happy that they're themselves. Like that's kind of cool. But like not in like we're evil way, more like we want to be better. We want to be a better country that represents human rights better. Anyway, this show is on Netflix and it is still ongoing. Episode 11 came out yesterday. And episode 12 comes out next week. I don't know when the show ends, but I will be watching it. I just wanted to recommend the show because it's not being promoted on Netflix, from my understanding, or at least
why would they promote anything?
Right, but it is a great show with a great cast of characters.
Netflix don't know what's a hit or not yet. They can't start promoting every look. They about like 10 shows a week.
Right,
that is true. They didn't really start promoting K-pop Demon Hunters until after they got big.
Yeah. So, yeah, you have to keep telling people to watch it and hope it gets big. I'm telling you now, Jake. If it don't become a big hit, it's not getting the next season.
Well, the thing is on the actual show, it says limited series. So my hope is that it is on.
Yeah, it says one season show.
Yeah, my hope is that it stays. Well, it stays up because I do kind of like this being one big story, and I don't have to worry about like coming back over and over again. And I'm not sure. I feel like the scope of what Kong needs to learn can be done in one season, but I don't know. Apparently,
but that just means the sex season will be a different thing.
That's true. It is a big hit in Korea, though, from what I've researched. So, yeah, that is what it is. Anyway, you can watch.
Go ahead.
You can watch the show on Netflix. Again, one of my favorite shows in a long time. I put this up to where I put The Rookie. Which is another one of my favorite shows, a cop show. But this show is like really great. So yeah, go watch it.
You taking this guy over Harvey Specter?
Honestly, after the divorce case, I might take Mike and Harvey to take him down, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah, because they're gonna cheat, bro. They don't got no honor. They're gonna lie and manipulate.
It's true. Oh, I do have one criticism of thank you for reminding me. I do have one criticism of this show. It's gotta be Wu. Wu is a good villain. Don't get me wrong. He is he is Kong's arch rival and lawyer. My problem with Wu is that he shows up every episode. Every fucking case, this dude's a problem. And I'm like, can we get more villains? You know, I like that about Suits.
We need more antagonists, guys. It's 2026.
Well, if you ever get to the divorce episode, you will see Wu is a fucking piece of shit. All right. I will never forget him.
Well, Jake, I'm not talking about it on here that much, but I am watching Star Trek, and there's a lot of fucking assholes.
Yes, Wu made what Wu did on that case. Like, I understand he's a lawyer, but the way he smiled after he did that shit, bro, it sent me. I said, fuck.
Oh, I can't wait for you to start watching Vincenzo, dude, because you're gonna be like, these fucking people are assholes. These are like super villain level shit.
Yeah, but that's my main problem. I don't mind Wu being a reoccurring villain. I think he's good. He's a good he's a good foil for the team. I think my issue right now is that he's the only villain, like the only real antagonist. Whenever they go to the
don't worry, bro. He gonna come back with a whole Legion of Doom. All right.
That's how I want. I want the Legion of Doom to fight Kong DeWitt, bro. But yeah, my tier list of lawyers, Kong DeWitt is S tier, bro. He might be the best to ever do it, bro. I don't know what to say. But yeah. All right, that's pro bono. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, okay, cool.
All right, Witch, you're up.
Hi, yes. Okay, well, we're talking about Ultimate X-Men issue 23. And before I start this, I Googled it, and Ultimate X-Men issue 24 comes out the week after my birthday, not the day before, so that's good.
You want your heartbreak on your birthday?
Yeah, luckily no heartbreak on my birthday, guys. The day before my birthday, I feel like I should preface. Yeah, no. So we're good. So this issue doesn't really follow my girlies, which I did not see them in Ultimate Endgame #1, and I'm pissed about it. But whatever, not
They
important.
keep only pushing Mayflower. Like, she's in some of the covers, but none of the other people are.
Yeah, I mean, they could at least put like Nico or Kanon on there, but you know what? Never mind. Not important. Not important, y'all. Okay, I didn't send this picture because it was very, very freaky. But it starts off with Aki Hiro. He's the first bitch here. We have not seen him in
He
several
still
issues.
looks creepy. He still looks messed up.
Oh yeah, I can send you the picture after this if you want. He's freaky. I mean, not that kind of freaky, but like freaky in the other way, okay? And so basically he's being used, and like there are like 4 kids that are hooked up to wires just like Aki is, and they're being used for the MyX program, right? And one of them looks straight into something. I don't know what the thing is, but something. And his eyes start burning, they turning red, you know, and he's on fire, he's burning. Okay? And some of the people are like, "Oh my god, get the fucking fire extinguisher." And basically he's just left looking like a charred up corpse. Okay? I have to describe this very particularly because, you know, I didn't send every single panel of this book. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Don't hate me. Anyway, so he's put into like a white bag or whatever, you know, like the shroud type thing. And but with like one of his eyeballs cut out, you know, and everything like that. And then one of the people wheelbarrowing, you know, like dumps him in the room to be incinerated. And another guy is like, "Hey, did you incinerate 127?" And another guy is like, and where's the other body?" And this other guy's like, "You mean that Amano kid? Yeah, he walked out." And the other guy's like, "What? What the fuck are you talking about? Can you go to the next picture, please?"
Yeah, the fuck you mean just left?
That's what I meant. You know what it kind of looks like to me?
What?
I know this is very particular, but it kind of makes sense at the same time. Have you ever seen like documentaries or like photos from post Hiroshima?
No.
You haven't seen
I
like
was
the
watching that
Hiroshima
depressed me.
museum? You haven't seen the museum, like anything from that?
I go out my way not to look at things that might depress me.
No, I've seen
Unless it's
Godzilla.
a movie.
That is fair. That is fair. I just wanted to ask because it kind of looks like that, but a little different. Obviously,
And I was gonna make
because,
a joke saying like us when we first woke up in the morning, but you know, I let it slide today.
you
I guess.
know, you can make that excuse too. That is me before makeup. Okay, sorry. And so basically, Amano's making it his mission, by the way, because he fucking hates Kageyama. He hates the children of the atom. I'll get to that later, but you know, he's on a mission.
Who's Kageyama?
Tsubasa, the Shadow King, the main
Okay.
villain, the little
I keep
fat
mixing up
kid,
these names with every other like show up.
the creepy fat kid
Yeah,
who
you
has a
said
weird obsession
Kageyama. I
with
was thinking of
Hisako.
the mob boss from Boss.
No. And then we have to get past some ads because I don't know why Marvel and DC don't put their ads at the end of their book, but you know it is not important. Not important. Anyways, so we start off in March of 2024. They have specific dates with issue numbers, guys. Oh my god. And so basically we get another angle of the scene where Hisako first manifests her powers, right? Before she gets hit by the car, but she's fine. And so we see May, and she yells like, "Watch out!" And then we see like this ghostly like figure being like go up behind her. You know, Hisako's fine, by the way. And the ghostly figure is like, "I told you, you're not alone. There's other like you. Her name's Hisako. She'll need you." And so May's like, "What? Who the fuck are you?" And before she can see who this person is, the figure dissipates. Okay. No, Jake, I don't think you'll BRB real quick.
Yeah, Jake.
Anyways, so Hisako rides off before May can catch her, you know, and all that other stuff. And so we cut to June of 2024, issue 4, okay, with Nico. And she's like walking with her umbrella in the rain, and then we see some like black drips. We see some eyeballs, some red eyeballs peek out. And she's like, "And who are you?" And so the mysterious figure, okay, the mysterious figure hands her a little note, with like the Children of the Atom symbol. You know the symbol. Okay. And so then we cut to issue 5, July of 2024, guys. Secret Society X-Men. And we see the scene where May and Nico are like discussing things, and May's like, we need a team name. Let's call ourselves the Secret Society X-Men. And before I move on, I just wanted to, yeah, fuck you. I just wanted to say before anyone tries anything with me, this is the Ultimate Universe X-Men team, not whatever the fuck they're trying to do with Ultimate Wolverine. Shut the fuck up.
Well, it is. That's why they have the name.
Yeah, most of them are dead anyways, so you know.
Yeah, most of them are Sentinels.
Either Sentinels or dead. I don't know what to tell you.
But Secret Society X-Men, no, you have to find a X word in there. You gotta be like,
yeah, you gotta get an X word
word
in there. It can either be EX or X, but you need to have it there.
If you want to call it society, something, just call it New Society, and you make a big X in society.
Yeah, I don't think May was able to talk to any of the X-Men naming leaders like at all before she thought of the name. So it's a good name. I'm not denying it.
All she was able to do was beat Magic with Miles' help, and then they can get to talk about names.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, she's doing their thing, and we see like a floating eyeball, and we see this not Tsubasa, whatever the fuck his name is, Amano, that's his fucking name. He's like, the X-Men, fascinating. You know, he's like in the Children of the Atom cult room. We see Kageyama in front of him, kind of. You know, we see him there. And then we cut to issue 5, July of 2024. You know, another part of July of 2024. We see with Natsu, which we see. Before I get onto that, we have a little scratch off note where it said summer, scratched off Natsu. So maybe that was her name beforehand. Who knows? We'll never know. Anyways, just kidding. So yeah, we see Mori saying bye to Natsu and everything like that. And she turns around. She's like, who, like, did you? And then we see, we see Amano again, and he's like, we're taking on the form of Mori, kind of. It's just his head on her body, which is kind of weird, but we're not gonna get into that. I'll get into his powers later. They do kind of explain it. And so he's like, oh, you're a Children of the Atom. You killed someone with your power. Like, just because someone took you in doesn't erase your sin. Like, you hate it, don't you? Your life? And then just disappears, leaving Natsu there alone. It's like, oh my god, what the fuck? You know? Then we cut to October. Issue 8, October 2024, Meat Case. Remember Meat Case? No?
Yes. Yeah, no, my bad. I was reading something at the same time.
And so Amano is sitting on the rooftop, and we see Surge. She's like, oh, you like rooftops, huh? And he's like, yeah, I like the view, And then so how's Kageyama? And she's like, why do you care? Kageyama screwed with you pretty bad, like, all this other stuff. He's on a whole different level now. So Amano's like, too late, And she shows him like her phone, and she's like, yo, Amano, before you check out, like, you do this, and like shows like Meat Case to him, and everything like that. So then we cut to issue 9, November of 2024, Kanon. She's doing her delinquent shit because Jake, you didn't say you were back.
What? I said B.
Did I not? Oh, that what it was?
Yeah, that's a B.
Better. Okay.
B for Bono.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. I put that on Bono.
And so yeah, we cut to Kanon fighting some bitches, doing her delinquent shit. And so after the other assholes leave, we see Amano again and manifesting, and is like, hey, thanks for spreading the word about me, Case, but I'm afraid you're in danger. I didn't want that. And so basically touches like her weapon thingy, and it starts glowing purple, And she's like, who the fuck are you? Like, let go of it. And he's like, if you want answers, find the armor girl, find Hisako. And so that's how she learned about Hisako, by the way, from a couple issues back. And she's like, oh my god, like, I can feel my ancestors' power. And Amano's like, oh, and give my regards to your brother. And obviously we cut to the brother, with like the same logo, Children of the Atom-ish logo. But I'm starting to think this is his logo, but not important. Not important, guys. Anyways,
Okay.
issue 9, November 2024. Best friend, maybe. And
Are we still in the
Hmm?
second image? I'm sorry, which are we still in the second image?
What's the second image?
Right on the screen.
They're just showing that ugly guy.
Yeah, I'll let you know when it cuts to the next picture. We're almost there.
Okay.
Stay on freaky dude.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we cut to like a burger store and everything, and so Hisako's like, "Yo, May, like, is something wrong? Like, you seem a bit off." She's like, "No, I'm fine." And Hisako's like, "But you know that shadow thing involved with the cult somehow?" And she's like explaining it, like everything like that. And May's like, "But we are involved." Can you cut to the next picture?
Yup.
Yeah, told you. Patience is a virtue.
It is.
And so we see this creepy guy with the mask on. Honestly, this could have been a creepypasta, by the way, but whatever, not important.
Yeah.
Like, if this was like 2012, then yeah, it definitely would have been.
Like an all white face of like a salad. What are it? Salad fingers? What was the thing?
Oh, kind of looks like salad fingers. Oh my god. Like, I like rusty spoons. Anyway, not important. We're not talking about salad fingers today, Austin. Anyways, so he's like, "Oh, don't expect Hisako to care. Like, not about Natsu, not about anything other than her own safety. Like blah blah blah." Keep in mind, this is issue 9. We're on issue 23. We went a long route. Okay. Anyway, so we see him take off the mask and it's Amano, and he's like, "As do the children of the atom, they're lost, they're in pain. Like, Natsu killed her own mother, yet the children of the atom took her in. Can you do the same?" And so like, he leaves, and so like Hisako's like, "Yo, you good?" And everything. And then we cut to issue 11, January 2025, where we see the master take in Natsu, and all this other stuff. And she leaves her final message to the group chat. You know how it is. And so then basically, we see some thumping on a window. And Natsu's like, "Who the fuck is there?" And so can you go to the next picture?
Jake.
Jake.
Oh, my bad. Didn't hear you. Sorry.
Thank you. And so we see a very familiar looking outfit and mask and be like, "At last, I found you."
Well, I
can
feel like
guess
a
who it-
regular gray like alien.
Right, you're like, "Who the fuck are you?" Anyways, cut to issue 12, February of 2025. Okay, so we see Mei in Kageyama's house, and Amano's like, "It's because of her, like, just when he was finally becoming a good boy," and Mei's calling him crazy. Like, she's like, "Hey, get off me," and everything like that. And he like also like took on the face of Hisako, and Amano's like, "Mei, Hisako's waiting for you." It just cuts to like a lot of different scenes where we didn't get like full context on anything, which I can appreciate. Also, we're getting an Ultraman comic if anyone was curious. Not
Marvel, I
important.
don't fucking care right now. Okay, we're in the middle of a story.
I know, but Marvel likes to put ads in the middle of their books. Okay, leave me alone. To anyone who cared. Anyways, so issue 13, March of 2025. Okay, we see we're in an X-Men meeting, and one of the people with the mask was like, "Oh, like, you're looking for Hisako, and Mori is with you too." And it turns out to be Natsu, by the way. And Mei is like, "Yes, I'm gonna find Hee-chan, like, join us." And Natsu's like, "After what I've done, like, how can I show my face again?" Like, and
By showing up when we
by
need to.
pulling
Okay.
up, you can wear the mask, dude. No one gives a shit.
Yeah. One Piece did. I remember Sniper King.
Yeah.
Sniper King is what you want to be. Yeah.
And so
You
Mei
stop.
is like, "You'll know when the time comes to take off the mask. Just pull up, and everything like that." And we see like mutant, like some of the X-Men going around being like, "Yo, you're safe. You can come with us. Like, trust." And all this other stuff. And so we cut to the last issue, December of 2025. We see the scene where Mei has, I'm assuming, Hisako's blood on her face. It's either Hisako or Kageyama's. Not important. All you need to know, blood on her face. And so we see Amano as like a floating cosmic entity or whatever the fuck. And he's like, such a shame. I thought you would save Hisako. Still, she managed to kill Kageyama. For that, she has my thanks. Can you go to the last picture? Jake, thank you. And we see this
He tried
lovely
to get in
scene.
a fight, bro. He tried to fight.
Oh, I mean, Kageyama's dead, so
Sorry,
you
I'm doing
know.
homework on the side as well. My bad.
Honestly, if you took out the text or even leave it, this would be a really nice wallpaper.
No, I really would. No, it looks so good.
Like it looks like it's really good. And so he's like, maybe I should go tell her that myself, you know. And so then we cut to May checking her phone and eating some instant ramen. I mean me. And she's like, Happy New Year, Hee-chan, like, and everything like that, you know, eating the ramen, checks her phone. We see the Iron Lad addresses the world speech that he did a while ago. And he's like, world's supposed to be better. We all need to fight. And May is like, yeah, no shit. So that's where the main issue ends. And so now we actually got a full lexicon on Amano, okay? So we learned that he's one of the kids who bullied Tsubasa, you know, and Kageyama took interest in him, and then, you know, Amano joined the Children of the Atom cult after Tsubasa, you know, exited this world himself, you know, and then Kageyama decided to be a bitch and mess with them. It's like, bitch, you have every right. You do not have the right, dude. Fuck you. Yeah, and then he was used as like a guinea pig for the My Ex experiment from like a couple issues ago. That's what Akihiro was there for, by the way, if anyone was curious. Yeah, he lost faith in the Atom, like in the Children of the Atom, and also he fucking hates Kageyama. And so then, like, his mutant power awoken and everything. And so basically, what it states here is that it says, once Amano discovered he had the power to enforce his quote unquote justice on people, he started thinking he was God.
Why does
And that's,
remind me of Chronicle?
I don't know who he's supposed to be based off of. If anyone knows who he's supposed to be based off of, or if he's original, let me know. But he seems cool. But yeah, that's the end of the issue. Wait till next month, guys.
Every time you said Children of the Atom, I kept thinking of that failed X-Men book they randomly tried to do, where it
Oh
was like
yeah.
people with fake Cyclops powers and stuff.
I think it was supposed to be loosely based off of that.
I think of the mobile game they did called X-Men Children of the Atom, and then also the old
Hey,
game.
that's the actual game. Yeah, that's the actual game.
Yeah, that was a game, and then they had a mobile game.
Yeah.
Nothing like the game before it. But.
Yeah. But anyways, that's the end of the issue, guys. I don't know what they're gonna do for the last issue, but
I
we'll
did
see
it
what
my
happens.
thing. I like it. I don't see how this. Even like I don't know if did you see Ultimate Endgame #1?
I did skim it when I bought it.
Yeah, I don't like all this. Everything just like casually come together. Like the big Final Fantasy. Like, well, just go pick them up.
I don't know, man. I had $11.85 to get these two fucking issues because I literally they pulled like the person who works at the comic shop who was like on schedule at that point in time grabbed me my two fucking issues. I had like no books. After all this ends, I'm not gonna have any fucking books.
We'll
Besides
find
like
something.
maybe Briar, but that like comes out every once in a while.
We will find something.
Yeah, I'll find something. Don't worry about it. I'll be like, can you put this book on the thingy? Thank you. But yeah, like I'll have like no fucking books, dude. It's gonna be great. I can start buying manga again, guys. Oh my god.
Hey.
But I did read Ultimate Endgame issue 1 and Death's Head is in it, so that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. If anyone was curious. 20 Death's Head fans. Which is actually kind of a lead into the next topic because you know where he originally debuted in?
Transformers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did not know that.
There you go. That's your transition, guys. Transition.
Okay. Well, spoilers, but we're doing our Transformers catch up. Where are we right now?
If you're wondering who that guy next to Optimus, he's a fucking loser.
Don't talk about my goat like that, bro. This is my fucking goat.
As we all know who that is, that's Hot Rod from the films. In the films, they made him a random French guy. He was a fucking loser. Never forget that.
No, you're thinking about Ratgar. That's
No. Hot Rod was in one of the final two films. He had an accent.
Oh yeah.
And he was ass. And that's your goal.
Yeah, we'll get into Hot Rod in a second. But yeah, so right now we're catching up on Transformers, the journey so far. So people who don't know, I have recently finished reviewing all of Bionicle from start to finish. And now I'm still on the quest for more series. So we're doing Transformers now. I will be watching all the American Transformers cartoons. Okay, not
Specifically the American ones.
the American ones, because the Japanese is going to be a whole different ball game. And I tried one of them, and they were boring to me. But Japan
You
loves
should do
Transformers.
He-Man next. You should do He-Man.
That would be
Like
very
OG
short.
He-Man.
That would be, it's not that I wouldn't do it. Is that wouldn't be like I'll do that like as a separate thing. That wouldn't be like I mean, you know what I
I
mean?
do the second
Yeah,
issue of the Sword of
I'm
Law.
giving you suggestions since you're doing like stuff
To
from
be
our
fair, Jake,
childhood.
yeah, we probably should do doing He-Man right before the film come out. Would probably do.
I'll
something.
do He-Man 2000s. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
I'll do the 2000s.
Well, take your time. No rush.
Don't worry, you don't have to do Revelation stuff again. We already did that one.
That's
go
true.
back every.
That's true.
Just do 80s onwards, guys.
Yeah, 80s and 2000s.
Oh, 80s
or in the powers of hours. What does it was called?
80s is gonna be hard to get through as a binge, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so I finished season 1. Austin has watched a little bit of season 2. I don't know if he watched any of the other G1 stuff when I was gone today.
I watched some season 1.
Okay.
And I watched the movie and all the extra shit.
Okay. So right
Asshole.
now when I look at the journey so far, is I can see the franchise transforming. Okay. Okay.
I'm about to leave the call, man. This is corny shit, please.
Well, this is our last topic of the night, if that makes you feel
Why
any
did
better.
you laugh when you said it too?
But yeah, you can see the evolution of the franchise. From where we are, you can see things like that they're starting to carry over. I think season 2 of G1, which I'll get into in a minute, I think really is the foundation for everything we're going to get in the future in its own way. Like I think it's like season 2 is definitely the blueprint that a lot of shows kind of follow with Transformers. And then of course I watched the movie as well. Again, the top 3 best Transformers films. I'm trying to think what was the third. Transformers 1, there's Transformers, there's this Transformers movie. And I guess everybody else is just fighting for number 3. I think it's either Transformers Michael Bay, the first one, and Rise of the Beast. Right? That'll be the only one that's competing for me. I don't give a shit about movie. Anyway.
Wait, why stop hating that dog film? It's a good dog film.
It's like
it's a great dog film. It's probably one of the best dog films. I'll put Bumblebee ahead of all Air Bud films.
That is something you can do. But yeah, so we're gonna go into it. Austin, you did watch some of season 1, so I will let you say your thoughts on season 1 based on what you saw.
I like that corny shit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Sometimes
really
you
corny.
just want to watch corny shit, man.
The only problem I had as I won't say a long-term fan. I didn't get into Transformers to like animated Prime. I think I've seen most animated. I think now I saw all of Prime, but it was like in like the last like 4 years, I think. But like Cybertron and Armada and stuff I was watching. So going back and seeing like the original, some of the stuff was some caught me off guard. Like some of the characterizations of some of the characters and the looks. Ironhide being red, it's gonna forever be weird to me. Why you have a dude named Ironhide and have him red? His name is Ironhide. His hide should be black or silver or steel.
It's about his personality. Okay.
What about his personality makes him red? What are you turning into?
Hot-headed.
What?
He's hot-headed.
Turn this shit off, man. That's Hot Rod. That's the whole point.
No, he's just young. That's his character. He's a young boy. That's
stupid. Some of the colors I did like more. I think Ratchet should go back to a white ambulance. I think that's better than the bullshit green they keep trying to do after the Bayverse films.
I think Prime and Animated kept them white and red, I believe.
Yeah, but after that they tried to do like this green because of the Bayverse did green.
Okay.
I think Prime here is one of the more interesting Primes. He's allowed to not be the perfect leader. He's allowed to just be an asshole or just be himself. You wouldn't think. I think I think this is the only series where I really feel like Orion Pax is Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Compared to every other one where they treat it like some god sent transformation.
Completely different guy.
You brought up a point about Starscream and some of the Decepticon series. where you can see a lot of their base traits being formed here, and even some of like the ones for like other series like Armada, you see a lot of that in this Starscream because after he gets caught a few times, he's like, you know what, I'm loyal to the fault. I'm just that guy. Decepticon cause for life. Like it's kind of interesting.
Right.
I give it like a 7 and 8.
I think it's also because I don't think the writers could justify Starscream still being a Decepticon and constantly betraying Megatron and having Megatron look tough if he keeps letting this guy be on the team. I think that's always kind of been the battle writers have with Starscream, where it's like at some point he just shouldn't be a Decepticon if he's going to keep doing this. I know the comics try justifying whether it's an abusive relationship. Like anybody who's trying to keep Starscream as a Decepticon is always fighting to explain. Even Prime, even though they made him go on that arc, like visibly, his arc was, I hate Megatron. I can do this on my own. I can't. I'm going back to Megatron and all that other stuff. It's still like, I don't understand. It's still hard to justify why Megatron himself would keep Starscream around and not just kill him. And he tries to say it's like, oh, because you amuse me, but I'm like, to what extent? You know what I mean?
That's why I do think I like the comic where it made it really like way worse. Whereas like, okay, so I keep stalking around first of all because I know that he's gonna keep anybody under him. Like you know what I mean? So you're not like Soundwave, Shockwave. You have problem not get past Starscream when it comes up the ladder. But it's also like I really like fucking this dude up. I beat this dude up that first time, and I realized this dude's a bitch. Like, this dude's my bitch. And that's really how the comic kind of treated him. And it was to the point where he beat him, and he turned it into a gun as a power play, and made Starscream use him to shoot somebody else.
Yeah.
You know how intimidated he was to pick up that guy and shoot at someone else? I like the power play. I respect it.
I do hate Megatron as a gun. I'll never like it. I'm glad we never do that again.
No, I love it right now. I ain't like it in the original. I like it in the current comics. I think so. I just see it on Starscream. I wish you had the full context. I think that's perfect.
I don't think the leader of my squad should be something I have to shoot. I think
that's why light is a power play.
But yeah, okay. But other than that, yeah, season 1, I already said my thoughts on that, so we'll go to season 2. Season 2 of this show is where you get a lot of the lore. You get Orion Pax. You get Omega Supreme. You get the first female Autobots. You get Elita 1, who they love so much now.
Yeah, but you know what you didn't get?
What?
You didn't get Dark of the Moon, who was in season 1.
No, Master Plan season 2.
Damn it.
Yeah, Matt. You got Dark of the Moon. You got a Bayverse movie in season 2. You get so much of the modern day stuff as well. Even even Prime borrows a lot from like Transformers season 2. When they do the artifact hunt, a lot of the artifacts that they're looking for, I mean, some are from the anime, like the Star Saber, of course. Then you have the Immobilizer, for instance, which was a big deal in Prime, but like in this show, that's something like Wheeljack made casually. Which I think also makes Wheeljack kind of scary if you put him in any other put him in the Prime universe, but whatever. Things along those nature. I think this is also, I think when G1 kind of finds its stride, some episodes are just kind of whatever. But I think those episodes that, and maybe it's just because I know that they lead somewhere interesting later, but I think even Omega Supreme's episode was really cool to introduce the idea of something they'll never do again. I don't think they ever do it until I think who owned it was like when they did the Combiner Wars. Whoever did the Combiner Wars? Oh fuck, I gotta watch that too. The Combiner Wars series.
Yeah, how do you feel? Yeah, I heard that. You gotta watch that.
Fuck. Anyway, whatever the one where like Wingblade first shows up, I think they called it like the Titans Return. But until then, I don't think we ever get the Titan class Transformers. So Omega Supreme is the first introduction to Titan class Transformers, which were Guardians of the Cities. Like before, well, I mean, once they get to season 3, they kind of get loosey goosey with like the origin of the Transformers. Originally, what they said was before the Autobots were a thing, it was the Titans that defended Cybertron in its cities, and they would fend off Decepticons if they showed up or something like that. And Omega Supreme was one of them. And you find out he was friends with the Constructicons. And then Megatron did this thing where he made the Constructicons evil. And then they destroyed his city. And he's wanted revenge ever since. And also, and because of that, he becomes more robotic.
Flame.
Yeah, so he becomes more robotic and cold, and more vengeful. I didn't like that episode. I did like Optimus having to tell Omega Supreme, listen, revenge is not going to help you right now. I need you to stay focused on the fucking task at hand.
Aren't you five guys? Ain't one of y'all got good emotions?
Right. So, Megatron's master plan is also another favorite two-part of mine. I was shocked to find this episode originally when I was going through the series, because this wound up being the entire premise of Transformers 3. And it's the only time when Michael Bay adapted episode of Transformers the original series. It's almost to the point where I think it was on accident. But there's so many
I don't think he did. I just mean the writer said, "Hey, I got an idea." He was like, "Sure."
Yeah, they just want to be the same thing. And then there was the Dinobot Islands, which is season 1. So Dinobot Island is season 1, and we will see it again in Transformers Animated. So that is something season 1 did give as well. I did like the Alita 1 episode. It seemed like they were playing a bit with the idea that Optimus forgot his creator, because we also get the introduction, by the way, of Alpha Trion as well, who, if you watch Transformers 1, is the guy who gives Optimus, Megatron, Alita 1, and Bumblebee their upgrades. But in the original show, he was the one who made Orion Pax into Optimus. And this also is a carryover in a lot of other cartoons as well. And Transformers Prime, Alpha Trion was Optimus's mentor, and he helped him learn the ways of being a Prime when he made that transition. I think he shows up again in the anime. I can't be sure, but I do notice that I think he gets like a reference every once in a while whenever they talk about Optimus Prime's origin story, or whatever. I think except for in anime, I think it's the only reason he's the only place he's not in. But yeah, there was like so much cool stuff. I just like seeing all the stuff that would eventually wind up being important in the future just set up here. Austin, you also did watch a little bit of season 2. What did you think from what you saw?
Most stuff I saw, I liked it. It still had the issue of being the 80s, so you're trying to you're trying to show this war. Now we're really in the middle of the war. Everything's ramping up, but it's still like a 7 versus 7.
Yeah.
It would be like a wrestling match or something show up. It's basically like gang violence. It's not really a war out here. And you really get to feel that this episode in this season. Also, the way the Decepticons somehow convinced the humans that they're the good guys is insane. I thought it was season 1, because at least in season 1, I was like, oh, well, Autobots ain't been around that long. 2 seasons? And then you did it? No, I don't believe that.
That could have been like the third arc of the show. That was
no, but him trying to bring Cybertron back. Also from Dark of the Moon.
Right.
That really was. That was the Dark of the Moon thing. You had remember he had the 4 point?
Yeah.
They had they
had to bring the 4 point. Oh, that is true. That is yeah, I didn't put that together. That's both of them put together. And then also Optimus being tempted to join the villains because he had to save Cybertron or some shit. Yeah. I guess Michael Bay for some reason did his homework, or the writers did their homework for that plot.
Why Michael Bay always got to do good, but don't tell people, bro.
Right.
What
I don't know. We also get the I think it's called Skyfire in this. Skyfire was introduced, but I think he's supposed to be Jetfire.
Yeah.
Later.
Well, I'm pretty sure the name is.
Yeah. But yeah, I think a lot of these Autobots are kind of hit or miss. I mean, they had some funny episodes like The Girl Who Loved Power Glide, an episode about a human being like a fucking
They
Autobot.
made a woman who can just break every goddamn machine. This is the most broken, dumb bullshit I ever seen in Transformers.
Yeah, it was
out of it. If she joined the Autobots permanently, next time she just give up.
Right. There'll be
nothing sick to my stomach.
Bro, in Transformers the movie, she just had to be there. And they would have just won. I imagine like only the Matrix could kill me, and then like she goes inside Unicron, and he just fucking explodes. Like he's like, ah!
Remember that one time y'all made me draw Cryptid as that guy?
Oh, Unicron? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, that was cool. There was also we got to meet Raul, and he had it wasn't Mirage, but his relationship with his Transformer reminded me a lot of Mirage. But it was a fun episode. That was one where like the Decepticons were stealing cars off the street to turn them into other Decepticons, like an army of Decepticon drones. This show, more than any other Transformer show, really hammers on the fact that they're robots. I think that more than the later shows will be like they're machines, but they're also people. This show leads in them more that they're machines a little bit more than they are people. At times. You can reprogram an Autobot to be a Decepticon and vice versa as well. The way they talk about themselves, they really hammer in the fact that they are made, they're not born.
I think the manufacturer.
Right. So
this one's defective. Send it back.
We see multiple.
Thank you to the episode, but that'll be fucking funny, bro. Get the island to set the Transformers. They're all thinking. I think that episode, bro. They gotta be in some show.
That's probably. We get like and they refer to their creators like they refer to people who made them as like their creators as that's like their father. So like Optimus refers to Orion Pack, like Alpha Trion refers to Optimus as like his son, and like Alita 1 as his son because he made them into what they were. And like I think the Constructicons were the Combaticons were made by Starscream. What were they called? The ones who make Superion. The Aerobots, I think they're called. Optimus is their creator, but he also gave them free will so they can learn this stuff. I like them too.
Who?
I like that they were the ones that formed Superion, the flying
the air dudes.
Yeah, the air guys. Yeah,
those guys suck.
For people who don't know, there's an episode called "The Key to Vector Sigma," which will also be brought up in a later Transformers cartoon. In the original show, what happens to make a Transformer, you have to bring the body to Vector Sigma, and then you put in the key, and then Vector Sigma gives it a soul based off your specifications. And Megatron finds the key to Vector Sigma, and he wants to make the Stunticons so they can have a road advantage, like a land advantage against the Autobots. The Autobots also make jets, and they bring them to the Vector Sigma, and they make like the aerial bots or whatever they're called. But Optimus makes the specific request that they have free will. They are naturally aligned to good, but they can choose to be on whatever side they want. And their perspective is like they're born, they help the Autobots get home, and then like Omega Supreme is injured. Yeah, Omega Supreme is injured for some reason, and humans are being assholes to them for reasons they don't understand. So like, you know what? Fuck humanity. Fuck the Autobots. We're better than them anyway. They need us. That type of shit. Eventually they get humbled and they decide to be on the Autobots, but then they get another episode where they're like, I mean, like, how do we know the Decepticons are evil though? Like what do they do? I don't quite understand this war. And so it winds up being a time travel episode where you go back in time and they have to learn like the origin of like who Orion Pax is and all this other stuff. Oh wait, hang on. I just got a text. I got to text everybody. Which distract them.
So I've been watching Star Trek. I'm almost done with season 2. It's very silly but awesome at the same time. I just watched an episode that I think Cryptid would like a lot. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it.
Is it the one where Kirk brings the Declaration of Independence?
Oh yeah, the one where he reads the Declaration of Independence. Yeah. The Constitution. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think but yeah, I'm glad you're almost done with season. Well, you're getting to season 3.
I'm almost there.
Yeah, almost.
Give me more Vulcans. People are so racist to Vulcans, guys.
Yo, Vulcans are actually.
Tell them start having elf ears, and maybe we'll talk about it.
Yeah, so do Romulans, but they don't bring it up.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, but they got the ugly hard heads too. We can roast them about something else.
I hate the Romulan fashion sense, to be honest with you. But
but they're not even the fascists though. Those are the Cardassians.
No, the fashion. The fashion.
Oh, yeah. I like the TOS fashion. I like the vibes of their outfits. I don't know if I like them in practice.
I'll say I like. I know I like that they have their own thing. Don't get me wrong. In TNG, I don't remember them in TOS. In TNG though, I just don't like their outfits. They're too.
Do
gaudy.
you like that they finally had the Romulans be distinctive enough from the Vulcans where they like?
Well, especially because it was 100 years later. I do appreciate that they evolved.
Yeah.
But
no, it's not important. Yeah. Transformers.
Yes, but Transformers season 2, I think like if you just want to kick back and just see some of the origins of the stupid shit that will wind up being important later, watch that. Next up on the list, we did go. I went into, so I counted this as a part of G1, my G1 marathon. It very much is made way after the fact of G1, but it still is in using that era. So next up, I watched the cutscene movie for Transformers.
Wait.
What's up?
We didn't talk about the most important thing in these 2 seasons that they introduced.
What?
Which these Transformers, every goddamn one, just Superman fly for no reason.
Oh yeah, they'll never do that again. They'll never do
that. And
again.
they make it such a big deal. They make flying out of they fly like Superman so many times.
Yeah.
There's a scene where Optimus flies like Superman, and then in the same episode, he's hanging off a ledge. And they're acting like he's gonna die from falling.
Yeah. Well, because he has to propel off the ground first. He can't just fly. He has to jump off or something.
Then swing yourself around and then propel yourself down like that. I'm tired of it.
Possible. But yeah, we will never get that again. That's never gonna be a thing. Anyway, next up is Transformers Devastation. Has one of
I wrote up that they fly here.
Yes. The Transformers Devastation has one of the greatest Transformers themes that if it was extended, I'd say it's perfect. But it's one of the greatest singing vocals of the Transformers theme. Anyway, Austin, you were a fan of this before it was cool. What did you think of Transformers Devastation?
I need you to go first real quick.
Oh, okay. And then in that case, I will go first. For a G1 retelling, I do like this actually does feel like G1. Obviously G1 is held back by being in the 80s, so a lot of the fight scenes aren't that good until you get to the movie. And then they'll just go back to normal. But
they had money.
Right. Yeah, so there's if they have modern day choreography, this is kind of what G1 would kind of look like. It would still be cheesy, but it would also have those modern day sensibilities. I like this story. It's pretty simple. Basically, the Autobots arrive to a city where the Decepticons are attacking, but the attack is more than they think, as the Decepticons launch an ancient program created by Nova Prime, one of the original Primes. And
those fucking assholes.
And this device threatens to destroy all of humanity. Insert a new world for the Transformers. So
it reminds me of wait. What was the device gonna do?
So if the device went off, it was going to cyberform the planet.
Oh, you know what? That's funny. So you know what it's from?
What?
You remember at the end of I want to say Transformers 5?
Yeah.
Where they revealed that we have this thing that's gonna turn the planet into this type of metal.
Yeah.
I think it's that.
It might be, but also this was in the G1 cartoon as well. I thought watching this as a part of the story is a repeat because the key to Vector Sigma on Earth does cyberform the planet. So
there you go. That was the key. Now we got the actual ship.
Yes. And then also Transformers Prime did that as well with the Vector Sigma thing. So I feel like I don't know which one came first between Devastation and Prime. So it has been used a couple times.
Prime. Devastation is 4 years old, 5 years old.
Okay. So yeah.
Devastation is PS4 time. It's very recent.
Yeah. But it is But the theme of this basically is that the Autobots have to learn that Earth is their home now, until maybe one day they can go back to Cybertron, but not today. I also
wish you weren't here. These people quit to say fuck Earth, or they can get Cybertron back in the original 2 seasons.
Yeah. I think my problem with this story is that they don't go too much into it. Optimus is the only one who's oh my god, we can save Cybertron with this. We can preserve our history. But all the other Autobots are kind of yeah, but if we have to destroy it, let's destroy it. Let's do that.
Well, I think that's the problem I was going to bring up. You didn't actually see anyone play the game. You saw the cutscenes.
Well,
I watched
before I watched it with you, I did watch the full game. So
oh
yeah.
I was seeing 4-star play the game, and a lot of the dialogue of the other Autobots is like during the boss fights,
Oh,
where
okay.
you'll hear like Bumblebee talk about why they shouldn't do this stuff, like him versus Star, like in the Starscream fight and stuff like that. And that was a big miss this game had because they
In
had to
my
know people
always
are
saw,
probably going to just watch cutscenes. But you
in
can't
my
get the
place,
game
I always
over.
saw Optimus fight the bosses, so I didn't know there was like differing dialogue like that. So,
It's
um,
different depending on the some of the fights. Like not everybody, like Grimlock's not getting like special dialogue with Starscream or anything. But
yeah,
depending on your character and certain bosses, they do get certain different stuff.
okay,
But it will still cut back to Optimus, like finishing stuff off. They keep
okay,
the story in line.
okay. Um, yeah, I do like that. This also gives a tease to the future for Optimus, where he's basically told, like, "Hey, listen, you're gonna die in 2005, but it's gonna be okay because the Autobots are gonna win in the end. But you have to die so peace can be achieved."
Restored. So balance can be restored to the
You have to
force.
die, so babe first can live. Please.
Yes. maybe I should live. Um but yeah, I think it's a pretty simple story. I think the final fight between Optimus and Megatron is one of the best final fights between Optimus and Megatron. Mainly because the banter between them and the
It's very good.
the philosophical argument that Megatron has is like it's like, well, he talks about like humans as we talk about machines. So like, why do you even care so much? Like Cybertron is the heart, is the very defines my very purpose. How is it not the heart of yours? And then like Optimus is like, well, Cybertron represents all life to me, and I can't destroy another culture just to bring it back like that. Just not even to bring it back, to put it on life support, just to give it like a little bit, not even to save it. Like there has to be another way. And was like, yeah, but like, why do you care about the humans? For them, like they're byproduct at best. They're not even real things. They're like flesh bags. Like who cares?
They're literally a bag of water and blood. What's wrong
Right.
with you?
That whole argument was so fucking good. And I mean, obviously Optimus is like, I'm not doing it. Fuck you. I win. And it was a good finisher. I do take note. The way he beat Megatron is the exact way he beats him in the movie. So that's a cool callback. I told you they will always reference that film, even though people say they hated it at the time. It's always referenced. But yeah,
first I thought you meant the movie, like Baby Bird. I was like, no, he didn't.
no. He beats him the same. Like as the '86 movie is usually referenced in every Transformers media to some extent. It is the most influential one. But yeah, I think Transformers Devastation is like a fun side story or whatever. It's cool. But it is what it is. It has a great soundtrack.
I think the best thing it adds is like you said, with the graphics and everything. If you take the gameplay while, it really does show you how diverse the Transformers fighting style really is. Because it was one of the first instances, Prime and some other shows give you a little bit of like them using their car form and stuff in fights.
Yeah.
But here, like transforming back and forth is like integral to you winning a fight.
Yeah.
Like if you don't master when to do what, you're fucked.
Right. I also think it has one of my favorite Optimus voice lines. Like if he does a perfect dodge, he's like, "Keep trying." And he beats the fuck out of you. Like, oh, I love that voice line so much. You can also tell that Peter Cullen is definitely older. If you go from like G1 the cartoon to this, you can tell that he is old. Like he's getting old. You don't notice
and let that man get his paycheck, all right?
Yeah, you don't notice that when you're watching the cartoons by themselves in like a vacuum, but like when you watch, like he sounds very young in G1, so it's kind of like, oh shit, maybe we should start passing the torch to a new voice actor. Because but yeah,
wasn't the only other guy people like to do from animated?
He's cool. I think my second, well, I think my other favorite one is Gary Chalk. He was basically like Peter Cullen for my generation.
So is that Prime?
He's gonna be Optimus from Beast Wars to Cybertron.
Oh, yeah, he like.
Yeah, I liked him. But yeah, all right, but that's Devastation. Was there anything else I missed as well? No, I think that's pretty much it.
I think this movie does the best. I mean, I think this game does the best scaling of showing you how monstrous the combiners are.
Yeah.
Because sometimes in the original series, you just like there's a scene in the opening where you see like Devastator just grab a turn. It's like and he doesn't look that big. Like he doesn't look big at all.
No.
That like one story robot, bro. That's what it felt like.
It's true.
But here, you're not even coming past the dude's knee, like trying to fight this dude.
It's true. You do really kind of get the combiner, the combiner stuff, yeah. But yeah, all right. Last but not least, the Transformers the movie. This is, it made kids shit themselves and cry and cuddle up in a blanket or whatever. For the rest of the franchise, this will define Transformers. If this movie never happened, so much of what you love about Transformers it doesn't exist. Okay?
Except for mine.
Right. So, Unicron, the Touch, the Matrix of Leadership never exists without this movie. The G1, like any of the G2. RC doesn't exist.
It's kind of sad. So we're going to be talking about like the first base form film about like.
Right. Yeah, no, it is great. Let me say way out with that one as well. The next most influential Transformers product will be the Bayverse.
In the future, we hope that it's Transformers 1.
Yes. But this is the Transformers movie that defines Transformers. It changed the game forever.
It's the first one where the war actually feels like a war.
Yes.
Just because they added up random people fighting and kill.
The plot of this movie is that the year is 2005. Doom, 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 doom. The Decepticons.
It was not actually 2005, was it?
Right. No. It is what they thought 2005 was going to be. It is crazy that in the 80s they thought in 2005 we would have flying fucking cars and all the other shit.
Bitch, we still don't.
Yeah, you had to have like hover skateboards. That's how casual it was.
Right. They also had like interstellar travel. Like we had like world. I guess if you had the Autobots on your planet, that could be 2005.
Yeah, that's fair.
So the Decepticons took over Cybertron, even though I'm pretty sure in the show proper they already own Cybertron. Right? Like, am I crazy? I thought Shockwave ran the place.
Yeah, Shockwave won. Didn't they Elite one episode? That just a flashback.
Well, they beat Elite. I mean, they beat Shockwave, but he still runs the planet. Like,
I believe he should have. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
maybe they want it back off screen now.
Right? They basically run the planet Cybertron, and the Autobots want to take it back. They pretty much seemingly they've won the Earth War, but at the cost of losing the Cybertron War. And so now the Decepticons, now the Autobots want to kick the Decepticons off, and they're beginning to start their campaign to take Cybertron back. The problem is Laserbeak. Well, I don't know what Billy's talking about. Like Laserbeak and Soundwave pretty much carry the Decepticons sometimes. But Laserbeak is spying on.
Well, he was mainly talking bad about Shockwave. I think he was okay with Soundwave.
Oh, Shockwave? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. He wasn't doing.
I was saying like, oh yeah, he got the bitch to stay tall. Like he's at the planet. He had the home base. Right. The whole goal was to save Cybertron, and this dude owns Cybertron.
Right. So Shockwave. Laserbeak spies on the Autobots and hears Optimus's plan ahead of time, and because of that, he reports to Megatron, and they get the jump on the Autobots, and they start fucking massacring. My God, bro! You would have thought those guns didn't work before. The way they, man, in the show, Autobots get shot all the time, and they're just like fucking, damn, I'm hurt, but I can still get up. This movie, first 5 minutes, shows up. Bang! Kills Ironhide, bro. Steam and smoke comes out of his fucking mouth and eyes, and he just fucking dies.
It looks like the image of a person getting roasted from the inside out.
Right. I think kids were
traumatized.
A lot happens between that moment and the end of this battle, and kids were traumatized. I always said,
yeah, look, just imagine a bunch of Gen X kids, guys.
Right. I always said that I never minded this opening as a kid. I think I just kind of, whatever. But watching as an adult, I'm not gonna lie to you, the imagery of death Getting
Well,
the
now you also have the full content for year G1, so you know
Right.
how out of the blue this was for
Right,
people.
this is very scary.
The
Like,
tonal
oh my
whiplash
God.
of this movie is crazy.
Yeah, I think maybe if we just started killing Autobots on just because a little bit closer to the movie, it would be okay. I don't even think the death really is all that crazy. It's more just the way they framed it. I think a child watching Ironhide, who's kind of been this whole like he's like the oh man, I'm the dumb one, but like I have a heart of gold. Like that's kind of been him the whole series. And watching him just not just get shot. He reaches for Megatron. He's like, no, and then Megatron's like such heroic nonsense. Blah, blast him in the fucking head. I'm like, Jesus Christ. This is crazy. Ratchet getting shot. I mean, Ratchet's not in the show a lot, to be fair, but Ratchet getting shot.
Is that scene really why I had to get hit with a rust gun in the movie, bro?
Oh, that might be. So, Ratchet, dying, where you see smoke, and the music just play, it's just rock music playing gleefully as smoke exudes out of Ratchet's mouth and eyes, and he just hollows out and falls over with like sparks on the show. I'm like, Jesus. It's very fucking violent. So I understand the kid, little Timmy in the front being like, yo, this is scary.
Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared. Oh, wait, mom's right next to me.
You know what was crazy? So I was watching some comic pop from Sal. Apparently, they told you they were going to die in the marketing. Like,
yeah, but the kids didn't watch the marketing. They told her
no, they did. That's where the complaints first started. Sal says that when he grew up with the movie, the trailers came out and they showed Optimus Prime dying, and kids were already mad about it. And they couldn't fix it because the movie's already made, so they came out. And they got even more upset watching, I think, the other...
Well, they probably went into the movie like, oh, he's going to come back.
Right. So, but yeah, so he comes in. So
that's a shitty-ass trailer. That trailer had to be terrible.
Right.
That's a modern day bullshit right there.
Yeah, so the thing was, the reason...
Oh, yeah, speaking of that,
what's up?
So you brought us comic pop. He's doing a comic. We have to read it.
Was it the Terminator one? Because I thought...
Yeah.
I think I read that one. If I'm not mistaken.
We didn't talk about it, though.
Okay. But yeah, so the way Hasbro... So there's a reason they did this. Hasbro wanted to move on to new... This is a toy company. This is a toy brand. And they wanted to make new toys for new audiences. Bionicle does the same thing, to be honest with you. But I think what Bionicle did was, instead of just like killing off characters, what they did was just said, okay, well, their story's done. Move them over. Give me a new cast of characters that are connected to the old cast, but tell a story with new characters. And with this one, Hasbro said, well, they're just fucking toys. So who the fuck's going to care? We're going to kill these characters. Yeah, they're going to kill these characters.
The fucking TMNT,
Right. So their mindset was that we're going to kill these toys off, but it's going to be okay because we're going to replace it with brand new toys, the new generation. And to their credit, the new cast, I actually like all the new casts, so I think I have no problem with it, except for Blur. Fuck him. But
no. Fuck you. Blur is one of the greatest Transformers of all time. Which he's a speedster. He talks fast. So most of his shit sounds funny. And this dude has some of the most hilarious moments because he just won't shut the fuck up. This nigga is yapping.
We'll get into
this. I don't know anything about Transformers.
Yeah, Cryptid should be here. But
I don't know about these either.
I've only seen like 4 Transformers movies maximum.
That's fair.
Don't worry. We're gonna watch them all.
We'll watch the ones we didn't watch for Movie Night already. But anyway, so I think the new cast is great. Their designs are cohesive. You can really tell that they're the next generation by their designs. They're way more detailed, way more sleek. They also have more of a sleeker. They have more of a character personality focus. I think in season 2, some of the Autobots just kind of blend in together with me. I mean, they clearly have their own design philosophy. I mean, except for Cosmo, my boy Cosmo, love him. All right, Cosmos is great, but everybody else just kind of blends in a little bit. You have your standouts like Omega Supreme. I think all the girl Autobots, they kind of blend in, but Alita 1 is the leader, so you get that angle. And Optimus Prime, of course, but a lot of them kind of feel a little bit samey as time goes on. The series 2 cast actually does feel distinct and unique to themselves. I will willing to note that they killed off Optimus Prime, but they didn't want to kill off the Dinobots. I thought that was a weird choice. So I felt like I think they for some reason thought the Dinobots were more popular than Optimus. I'm assuming, and they didn't want to kill him off. They also didn't kill Bumblebee, even though he will do nothing for the rest of the series. So that's a choice. Anyway.
No, it's like in Star Trek when they killed off Spock in that one movie,
They were
and then they were like, "What the fuck? Where'd you kill off Spock?" And then they brought him back.
Yeah.
Didn't they bring back Optimus Prime?
Yeah. Well, that happened with Optimus Prime basically. Where so spoilers ahead for what will happen. In the movie, Optimus won't come back because at this time they thought that we're just gonna replace him with the new guy and that'll be it. In the show, kids were complaining, and so the writers dragged their feet about it. But they eventually did bring Optimus back at the ending of this series. So it was kind of meaningless. So
speaking of that, we might have to compare the original toys and how they transform to the G2 and then eventually to the Baber stuff. Because it went from they transform how they look into the shell too. What the fuck am I looking at? How do I do this?
That's true. But yeah, so as the movie kicks off, we have a new generation, and they're fighting off the Decepticons. I like how hopeless this battle is. Like, bruh, it's like they fight from dusk to dawn, bro. Like, this is an actual war. Like, and the Autobots cannot get a break with this, and they're just hoping Optimus shows up. I do like also Hot Rod in this instance too, because he's the first to notice the Decepticon trap, so it's not as bad as it could have been. And it is a desperate struggle for all the Autobots. We get the new cast of characters, but it is a desperate struggle to see them all huddle up. And then Optimus Prime shows up to save the day to like a powerful song, "You Got the Touch." He comes in, he fights Megatron. It's a banger of a fight. Optimus versus Megatron in this movie is fucking iconic. It is cinematically great. Animation's fluid. The dialogue. One thing I love about this movie that I don't think we'll ever get another Transformers movie again, at least for now, is the dialogue in this film is so fucking quotable. Megatron, when Optimus pulls up on Megatron, he's like, "Prime, why do you throw your life away so recklessly? That's a question you should be asking yourself, Megatron." I was like, "Oh, let's get it." But they fight, and obviously Optimus seems like he's winning, but Megatron's about to trick him into a trap. Hot Rod, I don't care what anybody says. Hot Rod understandably thinks Optimus does not see this.
No.
You want to explain it? Oh, Optimus. Oh yeah. Austin got
sent to the void.
Yeah, sent to the void. I was gonna let him explain his perspective of it. Basically what happens is Megatron is like on the floor. He's like on the floor. He's like, "Please, Optimus, spare me." Optimus like, "Mercy from you? No, not that seems a bit stupid." But Megatron, what he doesn't see, or what everybody thinks he doesn't see, is the gun underneath as the gun's underneath the rubble. He's going to use it and surprise attack Optimus and shoot him. Hot Rod sees it from a different angle. He knows what Megatron's going to do. He wants to save Optimus, so he gets him. He's like, "Prime, look out!" And he tries to grab Megatron, but Megatron reverse grabs him. And
wait,
Optimus.
Wait. No.
Yeah,
I realized I cut out. I cut out. Which I want you to listen to me, because I want you to just think about this. The Megatron's on the ground. He has a gun 3 feet from him. Optimus can't see the gun. Hot Rod, his infinite wisdom, decides instead of just telling Optimus there's a gun right there, go ahead and shoot him. He runs to tackle Megatron as he says it. So Megatron now has the gun and has Hot Rod. And now Optimus has to stand there and take these shots, or Megatron's going to shoot Hot Rod. And Hot Rod, his infinite wisdom, does not try to do anything. He don't try to elbow, he don't try to get away. He just sits there and watches leader get murdered.
Yeah, I don't blame him for trying to make the grab because Megatron was trying to get it. What I will meet Hot Rod's mistake is that he freezes. Like, he gets caught, he's like, oh. He just kind of freezes there. And because of that, Optimus does get fatally shot, but not before he kills Megatron, or quote unquote kills Megatron. And
he almost killed Megatron.
Yeah, he kind of dies.
He dies quite a bit. It's kind of funny.
Say it again?
I don't know. Wick said Megatron never died. I was like, he dies quite a bit. It's kind of funny.
Yeah,
I think the only person that's unkillable will be Starscream for some fucking reason. He keeps becoming a ghost.
So Optimus introduces this new thing. Like, by the way, guys, I didn't tell you about this in the older series because we just made the fuck up. But opens his chest. Here's this thing in my chest called the Matrix of Leadership. Whoever can open it is the new Prime. Where did you get this from, Optimus? I don't know. Someone gave it to me. I don't fucking know. And so anyway, whoever can open it, you're a Prime. Ultra Magnus, I think it's going to be you. So here, have it. And then he drops it. Hot Rod picks it up. It shines in his hands, but he gives it to Ultra Magnus. And Ultra Magnus is, for now, he's not officially a Prime, but he's the new leader. He's
now a guy.
He's the second guy. The rest of the movie follows as Megatron floats in space after he's kicked out of the Decepticons, and he runs into Unicron, a planet-eating monster. And this monster turns him into Galvatron, but only on the condition that he and his new Decepticon band hunt down the owner of the Matrix and destroy him and the Matrix of Leadership. Brings the Matrix to Unicron, because the Matrix can't be...
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah.
I was talking before, but I want you to know, apparently the Matrix was created in Marvel Comics.
Oh yeah, there was a version of it. Yeah, I think we were talking about that. Yeah, it did come up a little bit earlier. But yes. That said, the rest of the movie is just Hot Rod and the Autobots running away from Decepticons, trying to get their bearings, and Hot Rod training to be a better Autobot and unknowingly training to be a better leader for the Autobot cause. Austin, what did you think of this film?
I love this film. Not the scene we talked about, but I thought the film was great. I think it really showcased the brutality of the war, having both sides lose their leader and gain a new one in the sense of Rodimus and Galvatron, I guess.
Yeah.
I hate that my GOAT Starscream gets screwed over in one moment of leadership.
I loved it. I love that scene. That scene is so fucking
that scene is evil. He gets a crown, he put on his pimp cake and gets shot.
Megatron, here's a hint. Boom! He kills that motherfucker. That's just great.
Apparently, the Matrix leadership makes a cameo in the Lockdown's possession when in animated.
No, Optimus wields the Matrix of Leadership. He just can't.
No. It says in animated. Lockdowns when they go through Lockdown's thing. I remember the episode. Because remember one of them was working with Lockdown to do something.
Yeah.
And apparently in that room is another Matrix of Leadership.
Oh, that shouldn't make any sense. I guess they didn't plan it out, but Ultra Magnus is the Matrix of Leadership from that show.
If it's after that, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. There was another writing accident, I think, in animated that was like a huge hiccup, but I'll get to it when I get to that show. I'm not sure if it's an accident or I just don't understand what they were saying. Yeah, I also love this movie too. I think it's a simple premise. It's a hero's journey premise. I like how Hot Rod is the unassuming leader, and the movie doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, like, he's going to be the Prime because he's the only main lead, and obviously Ultra Magnus is. They don't focus on him enough for him to be the guy.
Oh, wait. Apparently there was an accident in the scene. So you know Optimus dies?
Yeah.
When he pulled the Matrix out of his chest, he gives it to him. But they accidentally animated, when he loses his color, another Matrix in his chest.
Oh. That's funny. I like Hot Rod's journey. It's a simple journey, and it's never like fully said, but I do like how they don't spell out for you, but you see the things he trains for or the things he learns in the movie encompasses why he would be a better leader. Before this journey even happens, he's very observant. He's the one who detects the Decepticon trick before anybody else. When he lands on the alien planet with the Quintessons, he is the one he learns from Cup the universal greeting, and because of that helps with his diplomacy. On the way to
that universal greeting is ass. I was just want to that. That's why he's trying to take some slurs.
Betty balling, all right? That's the universal greeting.
You definitely about to look at dude like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I also do like that. And on the ship, you see him train to fight because he wants to be a better fighter after what happened. You see him start to come up with plans of escape and like how to take advantages of situations as well. And you do actually get to see him use the diplomacy he learned from Cup on Ratgar's people. And that's the reason they're able to fix Ultra Magnus after he gets briefly killed. I do think it's a plot hole that Ultra Magnus can be blown up to shreds and then repaired, but Optimus can't. I think it's a bit silly, but sure. But other than that, and then the final battle between Hot Rod and Galvatron, I like how Hot Rod approaches it. He understands he is not Ultra Magnus. He is not Optimus. So he's not going to go up and fight Galvatron. He's going to use his smarts. He's going to use his car form, get in the shadows, come out, do some attacks, get in the shadows, do it again. It doesn't work all the way.
Sounds
but
like
it
a
is
fucking loser.
well, yeah. Well, Galvatron's like, oh wow, I guess you're getting more cowardly. And he's like,
Yeah.
first I kill Optimus, then I kill Ultra Magnus. I would have joy killing you, but you Autobots keep dying so easily. And so, but of course, Hot Rod awakens the Matrix, and he becomes Rodimus Prime.
Bruh,
So,
really?
that
Really?
was it. It was
Really?
the 80s. It was the 80s, which
Really?
it was the 80s, which
That's the most fucking stupidest ass.
it was the 80s.
I don't
which,
care if it was the 80s. It's still bad.
Nah, I
Wait
think that
till
was
you see the scare how Galvatron was losing his mind and becoming crazy, just betraying his own team. It was stupid. Like this
oh my
dude
God,
is the
Galvatron.
worst leader of Decepticon history.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But basically, Hot Rod or Rodimus kills Unicron and leads the Autobots to a new age of peace and prosperity, and the Decepticons lose Cybertron. The prophecy is fulfilled, and Optimus smiles at the sky or whatever. I love this movie. I loved it as a kid. I love it every time I watch it. I think the only things I go back and forth on is if I like Act 2 as much because I think it's a bit dragged out. But other than that, I like this movie. It's one of the top ones. Do you, Austin? Do you think this is better than Transformers 1?
Overall, yeah.
Okay.
My problem with Transformers 1 is because not only do we know it's not going anywhere. Our Transformers 1 is like Megatron's journey is understandable until he reaches its conclusion. I think it's a Decepticon conclusion and how the High Guard went from this like huge royal standing to just being like, oh yeah, we just follow who's strong now. I think those two things are kind of just washed over. It gotta happen.
That's fair.
I also didn't like Leader 1.
That's fair. You know, like RC1?
And Bumblebee wasn't really this Bumblebee role for real for me. I know I get the joke is they want to talk to him like he's gonna eventually lose his voice. But
It wasn't. I don't remember him being that bad, but I was bracing for it, but he wasn't like he knew.
He wasn't bad. I thought he was gonna be going into the film, but that shrunk him get him better. So
Yeah,
and when he just accidentally started murdering people and Optimus was fine, but Megatron wants to kill a guy. Like, oh no, Megatron, you can't do this.
Those are Viacon troopers. They do not count as people.
Now he's being racist. I can't do this.
Well, in G1, they do have a distinction between sentient robots and.
Though these were sentient, they were scared when they came into with those claw hands.
That is true. Yeah, but Transformers. This is the most iconic film, and I think it deserves to be. And you know what? I think it's hard to say. It is supposed to be targeted at the kid audience. And I know as a kid, I love the movie. And I think what makes it great is that you don't have to know anything about Transformers to watch this film. It works by itself, and it works as a sequence.
You might like it more if you didn't know. It's weird.
It's awesome. Well, I think it's the only Transformers movie that kind of does that. I guess the first Michael Bay movie also is kind of a cool thing, if you really want to leave it like that. But yeah, it's pretty good. I think the last thing we have to go over is the Five Faces of Evil, which is the sequel to this. It takes place in season 3 of G1. This is the story of what happens after the movie.
Do you have the picture of that ugly ass thing?
It's on. It's on the other computer. I can't get it. Yeah, I'm sorry. The Five Faces of Evil is basically the Autobots are rejoicing. They're now being more proactive in not just humanity, but in other races. They're getting to know the galaxy.
Which after they beat the Decepticons, we see the Transformers branch out to the greater universe. They're not just on Earth. They got like outposts and other planets they live on now.
This is just Star Trek, but with more robots.
Actually, that's true. That is exactly the direction they went in. These are more. So season 3 was more space opera, space adventures. So sometimes we'd be on Earth, but sometimes we're exploring the galaxy and trying to find the secrets of like the universe or whatever, the quintessence and all that stuff. This is new territory for Transformers. We will never get to again. Transformers will never try this again. And it is weird because this would give the franchise way more leeway to do other stuff. But the Five Faces of Evil basically is, as the Decepticons are kind of at their lowest point. They lost their leader twice in the same day. And now they're just kind of poor and they're starving. And meanwhile, the Quintessence, who we met in the movie, we find out that they're the creator of the Transformers, and they want to enslave them again. This five-part does a good job of kind of reestablishing the lore and Hot Rod as a leader. Rodimus is not Optimus. He's way more laid back and carefree. He doesn't really care for the political stuff. That's more, he leaves that to Ultra Magnus. He likes being the face and the action guy, but he doesn't really like being the guy behind the desk and all that other shit. So he's more like that. He also is a little more lax with his troops than Optimus. I mean, I wouldn't say the original Optimus is someone you wouldn't have a beer with. I mean, original Optimus comes across as like, he's like your parent friend. Like he's the dad friend. Like you can sit down with him, but also he's making sure that, you brush your teeth and get home on time. You're not drinking on the way home.
Bro, he dunked the basketball one time.
Bro, a cool dad would do that, bro. Cool dads would do that. I think Hot Rod's more like, man, if you want to drink a beer or whatever, just get to work on time. It's kind of how he runs the ship. I also like how he gets lost in his own thoughts sometimes. I do like how Springer, like, one of his friends dies, comes back to, like, walks up to Rodimus. He's like, hey, Rodimus, I'm alive. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's great. So, sure, whatever.
Oh, thank you for clocking in your shift on time.
Right.
It was so demoralizing because the whole episode was like, oh, this dude's dead. Oh, this is sad. He was like, oh, I'm back. Hey, leader, my glorious leader, I'm back. Whatever, bro.
He did not give a shit, bro. But yeah, but I like Hot Rod as he's an interesting take on the Autobot leader, and I wish to God, it's a hard ask because the way Optimus died, the way he did was fine to me. I had no problem with that. I think it was
he died the way he's lived.
No, yeah, it was more like if the other, I feel like if the other Autobots didn't die so horrifically, right? And Optimus was the other one who like died, I think people would have been fine with Hot Rod. I think it was just my interpretation is that it was just the lead up to everything happening and Optimus
dying.
It's
how it died. They blamed him for his death. The lead up doesn't change that.
Well, no. I'm saying that, I think people would have been mad at him for a bit, but I don't think it would have been as vicious. I think like if you think about like sitting in the theater and you're watching all this horrible shit happening, and you're just kind of sad and you're already depressed, and then Optimus shows up as the one symbol of hope because like everyone's dead, but it's okay because Optimus is here, and then he dies too. I think that adds on to it. I think that's more like that adds on to the frustration, I think. I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but I do wonder if the Autobots didn't die in a horrific way in the movie, would Optimus's death have been seen as worse? That's just my opinion, I think. But yeah, we get the return of Galvatron. As Austin says, Galvatron is a fucking crazy guy. this fucking guy. When he lost to Hot Rod in the movie, he landed on a planet and he was stuck in a plasma ditch. And the plasma, he took a plasma bath, and it made him stronger than he's ever been before, but at the cost of making him insane.
Later, they will achieve this by just giving people triple changes.
Yes. So they will. So basically, Galvatron is the leader of the Decepticons, but honestly, he's not an effective one. They're less of an organized army and more of just a terrorist group.
Damn.
Yeah, they kind of demoted. But it is what it is. I think the five-part does a great job setting up the new stakes, the new rules, and then we also get the evolution of humanity too. Now that they can defend themselves from the Transformers to some extent, like they have the Earth Defense Force, which was going to be in the new Transformers game. Not going to happen. But it was there.
I blame Witch.
Do shit.
We also get Melissa Fairborn. We get the return of Spike Wiki and his. Well, actually, Danny didn't show up in this episode, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny doesn't show up. Yeah, his son Danny didn't show up.
Fuck
anyway,
you, Danny.
Yeah, fuck this guy. It's an interesting start to a series, and I'm interested to know where it goes. People who watch the series post Optimus Shock say that if Rodimus had any hope of being a good character, it would have been in this season. but because of the backlash, from my understanding, it really hampered the writers' willingness to go far with this character. So the common sentiment I get is that season 3 does not go far enough to make Hot Rod stand out the way he should. I guess I'll judge it myself, but I'm just bracing myself for like seeing episodes where Rodimus is probably not going to be as cool as he was supposed to be in the movie.
Yeah, what are they supposed to be like hyping up Ultra Magnus the whole time?
Ultra Magnus is supposed to be the false hype. Like in the movie, he was falsely hyped, so Hot Rod could be the.
Oh, I mean season 3.
Ultra Magnus' thing is that Ultra Magnus is supposed to be. Ultra Magnus is a good leader, but he doesn't have like the flexibility that like Hot Rod does. So it was supposed to be that Hot Rod was the action leader, and then Ultra Magnus was like the more like the.
No, you don't. You're trying to perfect your ex Cyclops, this nigga.
Right. So yeah, that was kind of he was supposed to be. He's supposed to keep Hot Rod in line when he's going off the beat. So that's basically it. But yeah, that's the Transformers catch up. I'll be finishing season 3 when I can. Any final thoughts, Austin?
No.
All right. In that case,
I hate Ultra Magnus. He looks stupid.
Damn, bro. I actually
He
like
does. He look like Optimus' weird uncle.
He's Optimus' second in command.
Yeah, he look like his weird uncle. Your second man should not look just like you.
That's fair.
Can you imagine Soundwave just gray, this is gray mini Megatron?
He wants to be. You know he wants to be. It is what it is.
Anyways.
Yeah, I want you to read those Starscream panel based pictures. That scene here of him abusing Starscream and then forcing him to use him as a gun. Submits the gun in a good form for me.
Okay. I don't think I'll ever get behind the gun, bro. But it is what it is. But yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. We're not coming back tomorrow. Fuck you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be back
Blame
next week.
Cryptid.
Hopefully you'll have comics.
Yep. Later.